Who is the most annoying celebrity fan of a team?
Spike Lee.
Knicks.
Yep, Spike Lee. Knicks.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, dude, great one. I like Texas, but he makes me not want to.
Drake in every Toronto.
Drake in every Toronto team.
Ashley Judd. Ashley Judd is a huge University of Kentucky.
Justin Bieber in the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ben Affleck.
Yes.
In Boston.
Yes.
I wonder if I'm a good representative of Stanford athletics. You're like, oh, I hope Stanford loses because that guy loves him. Who is the most annoying celebrity fan of a team?
Spike Lee.
Knicks.
Yep, Spike Lee. Knicks.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yes,
Yes,
dude, great one. I like Texas, but he makes me not want to.
Drake in every Toronto.
Drake in every Toronto team.
Ashley Judd. Ashley Judd is a huge University of Kentucky.
Justin Bieber in the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ben Affleck.
Yes.
In Boston.
Yes.
I wonder if I'm a good representative of Stanford athletics. You're like, oh, I hope Stanford loses because that guy loves him.
What year were you born?
2003.
What year were you born?
98.
What year were you born?
19.
What year were you born?
2004.
What year were you born?
99.
What year were you born?
01.
What year were you born?
It's crazy. 90.
What year were you born?
Oh, 19.
What year were you born?
1980s.
You need an example?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that song go though? Yeah. Turned down for what? That one's at Tennessee Stadium. Ready? Yeah. I feel that sounded almost just like it.
It's gonna be a word or a phrase and we gotta decipher it.
Three chances. Second chances. Everyone deserves second chance. Something about a second chance.
What's not here?
Nothing.
Yeah, no chance. There's not a chance right there, right? What is it, 2?
Nothing. 2 chances. No second chance. No second chances. There are no second chances.
No second chances, bro, right?
What? I'm good at this.
Okay.
Verbiage. Plus verbiage. In my math.
That's why it's getting me. I'm not tripping.
Have people gotten this fast? Adverb.
Adverb?
Yeah. Adverb. Yeah, but like also like what's an adverb? Psychology. Psychology.
Something about psychology.
Psychology.
What psychology?
Yoga Locus. Reverse psychology. Oh, reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. That's good stuff. Get it, got it good.
Get it 4 times? Get it. I don't know. 4? Get it 4? 4, get it? Forget it.
Forget about it.
Let's forget it. Oh, forget it.
You gotta figure it out.
What up? Free teaser?
No, y'all gotta have with this.
That's a lot of C's.
Flight coach. I don't know. We traveling overseas. Hey.
Travel over the seas?
Ooh. That's a good pull.
Overseas?
I travel overseas.
Oh my God, I killed that. That was fire.
You can pull out a frog.
I know someone's gonna jump out.
Oh.
Pick one out of the box.
I don't know, bro. Come on, bro. Oh. Bruh.
Gonna pop a card out.
Something talk about that. Been around for too long. I know something's gonna come through. I'm gonna act like I don't know it. Oh!
I see it. I forgot how hard it is to pull. It's a spider.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
What? Oh,
I knew it.
top the other 4. Oh! It's a cool little thing.
Pick that shot.
Still.
That's a floppy disk.
What is that?
Okay, like a DVD player.
Right?
VCR.
No, but that's that's how you put it in the radio. I don't know what to call it.
VH tape recorder.
VHS tape.
Yeah.
He's close. How about this one?
Game Boy. A Game Boy?
It ain't no Game Boy, is it? Ain't no Game Boy.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
That's a good guess, though.
No, sir.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, I would've-
It's a virtual pet, so you gotta take care of it.
That's a memory card.
Yeah.
A CD printer thingy.
Ink for printer.
That's a floppy disk.
What is that?
What is that?
That's a character?
From the 90s.
Nah.
How about this one?
Oh,
That's the Rocket
it's a rocket glove.
That's
It's a rocket glove. Rocket glove. That's not that.
How about this one? Last one.
Franklin the Turtle Game.
So these last 3 were actually AI. Like the last 2.
Trolling, man.
Girlfriend, grab it. Got that phone right back. You get your phone, dog. You get your phone, dog. That was the play of the season. Every man at the house was going, get your phone, dog. Get your phone, dog. CD lamp.
What musical instrument did Nick Saban play growing up?
In West Virginia, he probably looked like a
Don't say banjo. Washboard. Right when you see him, you got to give him hell about this.
trumpet.
No. The accordion.
Clarinet.
The accordion.
Nick Saban played the accordion?
That's the
Yeah. Yeah, give him hell about it.
They have we have Thanksgiving. I'm going to his house tomorrow. So, you know, I'm a troll. I might just go. Go to one of the band things and go get me an accordion.
Oh, hey, I think he's got one. Make his ass play that tomorrow.
Hey, I will. Hey, I ain't gonna make. I'm gonna tell Miss Terry. Hey, Terry, man. Don't say, we want to have like a team bonding moment. Put an accordion for it.
I get asked questions like, well, how important is it for the young guys to get to play this week? Well, how the hell do you know they're going to get to play? I mean, what makes you think that you can just assume that they're going to get to play?
What keep you motivated though? Because like people like you don't ever get tired.
Tired of what? Winning?
I gotta tell you, we had a meeting. They coach. Things are not going well. No, Ray Charles can see that, brother.
So what's next?
Well, I gotta tell you this though. Say, coach, you got $17.1 million on your contract. We're gonna give it to you. I said, what time you want me to leave and what door you want me out of, brother?
Hello? Oh, Jesus. I must have did something wrong. Ain't no way y'all doing this. Well, what's up with y'all, man? Yeah. Yo. Damn, why y'all look like that, man? What's going on? Yep. What's up, coach? Coaches?
How many kids again?
8 blessings.
Jeez.
Still going?
She gets me when I'm sleeping.
Not a bad deal. Probably gonna run the double 6 wombat, 42 jet left, pie, slide ruler, lightning 6, stubble smoke, ukulele. Okay, ukulele, correct. Wait a second, there's a guy over here who's not in uniform. It's supposed to be here. I gotta go home. Coach. That's too fast.
Chris, why the f*** you at that bitch house? Why the f*** you at that bitch house?
Now, why is he at that bitch? Bro, he should be in the NFL right now. He should be at training camp. Well, what's going on? This is the next Lions freaking running back, all right, Chris? Let's get you on the fucking squad ASAP, all right? You should quit messing around in these suburban neighborhoods. Let's get you on the fucking show.
When Broderick got on the field, he committed 3 penalties, which really kind of killed that drive. Is that the reason why he didn't go back on the field?
You got it.
I threw my girlfriend in the pool, and then this happened. Her dad saw it, and then launched me.
I think I'm just about over being your boyfriend. I need it.
This was Travis Kelce when he dated his previous girlfriend. This is him with his current girlfriend. Y'all, she turned him into Uncle Rico. Tell me I'm wrong.
This older guy just came up to me at the grocery store and he goes, hey, you look kind of familiar. And before I could answer with something, he sees my hat and he goes, oh, Rams? Do you play for the Rams? Now listen, I could have just told the truth and been like, no, sir, I'm built like a cheerleader for the punters, but I'm a man. I'd be lying. I'd be making up stories. I'd be writing my own narratives day to day, baby. For some reason, I tell this friendly old man, I go, yeah, that's me. Number 1 rammer, athlete. I think it's gonna stop there. I think we're just both gonna get our cereal and walk away. And he goes, oh, can't wait to tell my family about this. What number are you? So I remember your last name. It's too late now. We're talking numbers. We're talking last names. He's talking about family. Does he even have a family? Who knows? I'm riffing. I'm on the spot. I don't know things. I'm trying to think about like what a scrawny guy like myself would say. I'm like wide receivers. I think of high numbers and I'm like 95. I don't know. I said 95. Maybe he believes it. Just Googled Rams 95. Wonder if he's gonna believe it.
Man, he looked just like me.
God damn it, he's running motion. It's Aaron!
What do you think about the kid though? Rashawn Johnson, he's your best player.
Kid's got bad ego. He's got his shit. Tell you what, he's got daddy problems and there's no dad at home. That fucker strong as a monkey, I'll tell you that. He just sucks in the classroom. I'll tell you who you need to look at. I got a kid, Hunter Schuster. White quarterback. He doesn't want that. American dream. Not as athletic, but the kid is great listener. Mom's in the booster club. Both parents are home.
Still married.
Still married. He doesn't want that. I'll tell you what, he'll fit right in with your program, coach.
Yeah.
Go coach.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, I was trying to see if I got any college. Yeah, do better in that classroom, son. Better in that classroom.
Yeah, well, I think they're both bullshitting us, but. By the way, if you're contributing to the spare yards and rates, that's 2 for Nick so far.
Caleb Daniels.
Jaden Daniels?
Caleb Daniels.
Oh, yeah, of course. We know who that is.
Helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorites, actually.
What Caleb Daniels does is special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him?
Just so good at ball.
CD?
Yeah.
Come on now.
We see Caleb Daniels and we think to ourselves, holy fuck. That guy?
He can play. He's a player.
Influencer with a helmet.
Yeah. Wait.
Caleb Daniels, absolute beast, dude. Fucking shout out Caleb Daniels.
Yeah, definitely my favorite helmet. Something back to Burrow real quick. He's got a Batmobile. Have you guys been in the?
Who is Caleb Daniels?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
It's Caleb Daniels.
Who is Caleb Daniels?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck his first name is. What's his name? What's the quarterback for the Bears?
Caleb Williams. Put 2 quarterbacks together.
No, I'm gonna watch movies, relax, watch The Notebook. Yeah, man, that's my favorite movie. I like romantic movies, man. Why The Notebook? It's a romantic movie. It also teaches me something.
Marty, did you have baby oil on today?
No. We gotta keep that for somebody else, bro. Yeah, that's not my question right there.
Is it true that you never got hurt because you used to take your teammates' urine and pour it in a bucket and soak your...
You say you should take a Viagra before the game?
Oh yeah, half a body. Just a little bit.
You really did?
Yeah, it get the blood flow going.
Okay.
The NFL don't test for that. When the blood flow is going, right?
But for the wrong reasons, though.
No. You take the whole...
Well, you out there with your hormones going crazy, man.
No, listen to me.
You around straight dudes, dog.
He was eager to rock something up, boy.
Hey, listen, the increased blood flow, it causes more explosion.
Hey, Chad, you out there, you like this?
Nah, see, y'all don't understand. I ate McDonald's, and I took Viagra, and I drank Red Bull, and I didn't have sex for 12 months. It was the method behind my madness.
That's how I used to look, man. Oh, man.
Whoa.
Oh, Lord.
That looked untrustworthy.
Oh, my.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Baby fake that kind of hard.
Yes. Hey, man, Sonic Club. That's the free zone. That's my guy. Okay, all right. Love is mine. And regular life.
Come on, man, y'all just be quiet, because this is what I do. I ain't gonna lie. The original, the hip hop dirty, bro. That's it, bro. I don't need that. Hold on, man. God, like, tripping, like, I'm a hybrid. That's what I do. Boys 101, there's Classified School for our guys. We got Avatar Class, Earthbender, Proud Family.
One Piece.
Breaking Bad.
I need to catch the damn ball.
When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind. Your fiance is going to lose her mind. Your mother-in-law is going to lose her mind. Your mom is going to lose her mind. Several of your sisters.
Including doing this. Walking up to somebody and saying, no, you will not be texting right now. You're going to watch this football game. He just took it and put it in his back pocket.
Jones? Lamar, there was that point in the season where you guys lost 3 straight, 4 or 5.
Mike Jones, that's it. Mike Jones, that's it right now. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right.
Hey, big guy. Scott Scorsese down here in Baltimore. Yeah, it's about a quarter till. You know, we'd love to have you here, buddy.
Oh, size of me.
Yeah. How's your mama? You healthy? What'd they clock you in for the 40? Woo-wee! Gotta run a whole police station, cash. Those locks ain't getting in the way, are they? Nah, I think. Heard you're a church boy. Christian? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I got Coach Dale Carson here right here. All right.
Hi, big guy. How you doing? What they got you putting up in the weight room? Sweet Jesus, you throwing that around like a monkey.
Yeah, big guy.
How about your GPA? Not too shabby. I tell you what. How about I get you down to NTN Bank Stadium and you come catch some footballs for us?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Off the hand. Intercepted. Yeah, me too, Zach. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Howdy, y'all. This is Pumpkin Spice coming to you live from the 50-yard line where the Cowboys are fixing to kick things off. I'm keeping these hoops spinning on my waist, arms, and legs, but my eyes are on the action, and I gotta tell you, it's electric out here. Fans are fired up.
I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point.
All right, y'all. We are back. What is up? Not gonna lie, y'all. Not gonna lie to you. My power went out 3 times. It's thunderstorm central over here right now. I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully everything stays in the clear. But yeah, the thunderstorms, it's been booming outside. So we'll see how this goes. And like I said, my power already went out like 3 times. So interested to see how this plays out. But we here, we ready. Let's get to it. And we'll start off with a motivational video because I need it.
Listen, respectfully, keep that fake energy far away from me because I'm not interested in forced conversations. I'm not interested in fake support or people who only show up when it benefits them. I've learned that some people miss access to you, not the actual connection. They miss having a front row seat to your life, but they were never truly rooting for you in the first place. And the older I get, the more I realize that I'd rather have a few genuine people around me than a crowd full of people who are pretending. Because real people don't have to convince you that they're real because their actions do that for them. So if your loyalty changes with the situation, your respect depends on who's watching, or your support only shows up when it's convenient, do me a favor. Keep that energy right to yourself.
I'm letting that do the speaking for me. Keep that energy right to yourself. I don't need it. I don't want it. And I take notes. Trust me, I'm taking notes of who is there for me and who isn't. All right. Because, you know, I'm just, you know, I don't want to sound like arrogant or anything like that. I don't want to come across as that, right? But I'm starting to gain confidence in the type of show I'm producing. I'm having confidence in what I'm putting out. I'm seeing other people be inspired by it. I'm also seeing some copy it. And, you know, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that aspect, especially when you're not giving me credit for it. Like, I don't like that. I'm noting that too. But I have a confidence in what I'm doing now, I feel like. And I don't want to be belittled or discredited because I'm a girl who talks sports. I don't like that. I don't like for people to try to undermine me, and I don't get it. But I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes of who is genuine, who shows up for me, all of that. So yeah, that's what I have to say on that. Let's see. Okay, let's get into some drops. Because we have the greatest mod in the YouTube streets. Who man, shout out to you.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss stealing. Woo! Wheeling dealing. Woo!
Who man. We have Tiff in the building. Let's see. Shout out to you, Tiffany. You said I'm here with my popcorn. Yeah, because we're going to get into some AJ Brown stuff. I also have some other Eagles information too that we're going to get into. Let's see. And we have Billy Tide in the building. Let's see. Billy Tide, I played that one for you. But you know what I found? I do have that Nick Saban one. The Nick Saban one is the one I really wanted to play for you. I have that as a meme, though.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Shout out to you, Philly Tide. I'm not going to, so quit asking. I forgot I added a camera here. I forgot I did that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's do the national anthem, because y'all know I'm bad to forget the Touchdown Tribe national anthem. All rise for the Touchdown Tribe national anthem, because we are patriots over here. Oh, this ain't the screen I wanted to go to.
On the Star Spangled Banner, Fergie.
That our flag was still there.
Let me tell y'all, it's been a week. I normally go live nearly every day, but I was unable to because there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on, y'all. So I was having phone issues, and I was going to the grocery store, right? And I texted my dad, and I said, if I'm not back, if you don't hear from me in like 30 or 40 minutes, if I'm not back from the store, then something's wrong. Call my cousins who live right near me, right? Well, I didn't know that my cousin, they just moved to this house right next to me, right? But I didn't know that she was in a bad accident. So she was going to the old house to try to dig up an old plant. Well, she thought she had her car in park. It wasn't in park. And she was trying to get back in it. It drug her down the mountain. She nearly died, right? Like, it was bad. She broke her arm. She got wrapped up in some vines, and it, nearly choked her out. Like, she only had, 40% oxygen or something like that. And my other cousin, her son, is the one that found her, right? So that was going on. But I had no idea. I thought they just went on vacation because she had been out. She was in the hospital. I don't have Facebook, so this is how I don't know this, right? Well, I thought they went on a cruise because they like to go on cruise. It's the summertime. I thought, okay, they might, went on a cruise. But then I seen that they were, he was back. And I thought, okay, well, they're back from vacation. Nope. He was probably just coming by to check on, the pets. But she was in the hospital. It was a whole thing, right? So my dad, he was worried because he was like, well, how am I going to get a hold of her if, all this is going on and they can't come check on her? But it all worked out. I came back safe, right? So there was that. That was going on. Well, then my papaw was in the hospital over the weekend. And he was fine. His labs were fine. He's in great health other than just having some issues with issues with potential strokes and all of that. They had to put him on a higher dose of a blood thinner. And, that was all that was wrong. He's great though. But it was just a lot going on. So we're here. I'm finally back. Alright, let's see. What did you say, Tiffany? Because I wanted to read your message. I definitely appreciate you, what you're doing with the show. Keep going. Don't let nobody let you feel like you're not doing your best. Thank you. You go, girl. I'm proud of you, Chelsea. I've been watching it grow. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I feel the same way. I feel like I should have confidence in what I'm doing, and I don't feel like anybody should try to belittle me or make me feel less than. And I feel like more of it comes from a place of their own insecurity. I feel like it doesn't really have anything to do with me. It's just a them issue. But it's just a part of it. I'm driving back to the office. I'll be more active in the chat once I'm back. Okay, shout out to that. What up, old lady? Listen, Stash. Listen, that ain't nice, okay? You're older than me, okay, Stash? You are older than me. Let's just get that out the way real quick. Yeah. Trying to call me old lady. You know what? I still haven't had a drop for you, but I might sing you a little tune. I might sing you a little tune in a second. Let's see. I feel like you have all the confidence in the world. You got this in the bag, girl. Thank you. Okay, see, now you're nice. I might sing a little tune. Because I want to add, let's see. Let me go to the, I want to add the We Fly High, but I don't got on there yet, so I might sing. Should I sing, y'all? Do you want me to sing? If you want me to sing it, I will sing it. Just let me know. I'm just gonna wait to see what y'all say. What's up, Oscar? Good to see you in the building. If anyone mistreats Chelsea, they'll have to deal with me. Leave Chelsea alone. Shout out to you, Dick. Shout out to you. Yeah, I'm gonna play your drop real quick. Alright, I'll sing. You said sing it, so I'll sing Stash a little tune. He might be gone by now, who knows?
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Hunter? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Okay? I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman, and you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin nigga. Gremlin.
Never gets old. Never gets old. Alright, I'll sing it, y'all. I'll sing it. Since Oscar said, yeah, sing it. Okay, I'll sing. Look, he's already dropping the ball in the chat. Let's see. We fly high, no lie. You know this. Ballin'. Foreign rides outside, black showbiz. There we go. That's all you get from me. Okay. I talk sports, y'all. I'm not a singer. Okay, let's see. What do we got? We've got. Thank you, Stash. We've got on the agenda today. Let me go to my bigger screen here because I'm blind. Even though I got my glasses on, still a little bit blind. So, on the agenda, we have, Derek sent me stuff in the Discord. We're going to go over that. Tiff sent me some things on AJ Brown, and then we're going to get into some updates on that. Then, we're going to discuss Prescott's chances of MVP, as well as other QB's chances, like what are their odds. We're going to get into a video that Pooh Man sent me, which is on Mendoza. I still have not watched this video of Patrick Surtain covering CBs, so we might get into that. And then I have some stuff on Joe Burrow. Oh, I also have a video too. We'll see how late we go. We'll see how late we go. And then, of course, we'll close out with a motivational video. But there's a lot to cover, so let's get into what Derek sent me.
Records in college football that will never be broken again. Back in 1988, a running back named Barry Sanders took over as the starter at Oklahoma State. And even though he was small at only 5'8" and had spent 2 years stuck on the bench behind a future NFL star, he was finally getting his shot to carry the ball. But the moment that overlooked backup touched the field, every defense in the country suddenly had a problem they couldn't solve. The second Sanders got the ball, he rewrote the record book, running for 304 yards in one game against Tulsa and 332 against Texas Tech, while defense after defense kept looking for an answer that never came. But the more you stack up his numbers, the more you start to wonder how any of this was even physically possible. By the end of the regular season, Sanders had rushed for 2,628 yards with 37 touchdowns in just 11 games, which works out to an average of 238.9 yards every single game, a mark no running back has come close to since. But the wildest part is that his single most dominant performance of the year was never even added to that total. Back then, the NCAA didn't count bowl games, so when Sanders ran for 222 yards and 5 touchdowns in the Holiday Bowl, none of it counted, meaning his real rushing total was 2,850 yards and 42 touchdowns across a single season where he broke 34 NCAA records. His own coach, Pat Jones, called it the greatest season any individual has ever had, maybe in any sport.
Guess who started before Barry Sanders? Who? Tell me who. Alright, here's the next one. This is the best jukes.
Top 10 nastiest jukes in NFL history? Let's go. At number 10, I'm going to go with when Lamar Jackson made Matt Milano look like a physically impaired frog. You know, Matt Milano is a pretty good linebacker in this league, very serviceable player. But every time I look at him, no matter how good he gets, I will always remember him for how goofy he looked on this play. At number 9, I have when Barry Sanders put Harlan Barnett in an absolute blender. Arguably the greatest running back of all time. He had a lot of these type of runs, but this is one of my favorites as the defender literally does a 360, doesn't know where he is. And I'm sure you already knew this, but this will not be the only Barry Sanders clip in this video. Number 8 is when Marshall Faulk juked a Browns defender so badly that he proceeded to take out his own teammate. Definitely my favorite Marshall Faulk run of all time. He was such a beast in his prime, and I mean, just look at this. You can just see, that's awesome. I mean, look at that. The guy goes flying. At number 7, I'm going to go with when John Ross obliterated the ankles of 2 Bills defenders at the same time.
That's a good
I mean,
one.
I could understand this if John Ross did this to one defender, but 2 defenders had him locked up dead to rights, and they slip. It's like they were synchronized
You
at
know,
the
for
same
modern times, I kind of hope that Ryan Williams is on this. Well, I mean, this is for NFL. Dang it. If this was college, I would put Ryan Williams against Georgia. That was crazy. That was crazy, y'all.
At number 6, it's Shady McCoy making the Panthers defenders
Man, I forgot
look
about
like
McCoy.
children. Oh, there's one pair of ankles. Oh, your friend wants it too? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take his soul. At number 5, it's Barry Sanders again, but this time he's back juking, letting the whole Cowboys team fall on each other, and juking number 51 into another dimension. This could honestly be the greatest run of all time. Just take a look at this video. If you see this video, the camera loses Barry Sanders. Who's going to come out of this? Not the running back, right? Oh, wait a minute. Barry Sanders is running, and he's got room.
He made it out of that.
That's 6. Insane. At number 4, I have when Matt Forte juked an O-lineman so hard that he actually clobbered his own DB.
That was smooth.
Just take a
That
look at
one's
this. You're going to see
smooth.
number 98 come out of nowhere and just clobber number 26. At number 3, I'm going to go with Marshawn Lynch breaking 2 people's ankles at once, and one of them being Ray Lewis. Man, Beast Mode highlights are just so fun to watch, and this one is especially crazy. He broke Ray Lewis, maybe the greatest linebacker of all time. He just
That
broke his
was
ankles
smooth, too.
along with his teammate. They didn't know where the hell they were going. Look at that. Ooh, nasty. Number 2 is when Reggie Bush spins out of a tackle and proceeds to leave 2 defenders tackling
Okay, I know which one I would
nothing
want on the list. Saquon Barkley. You gotta put Saquon Barkley on this list. Depending on, I don't know if this is old, but I'm hoping Saquon Barkley is on this list.
Just some ridiculous shiftiness for Reggie Bush to make something out of nothing here, leaving Calais Campbell, a very good defensive player, climbing over one of his own teammates. Ridiculous. And at number 1, there's really no debate. It's the Dante Hall juke against the Broncos.
Aw, man.
This is like something you would do button mashing in Madden or something. The explosiveness and the quickness in his moves are insane, and he took it to the house.
I'm hoping this is old because I put Saquon Barkley on that list. That time that he spun, hurdled backwards, I might add, over those, it had defenders all around him. That one was impressive. So I put that Saquon Barkley one on my list. Let's see. Thurman Thomas, he played for the Bills. Oh, okay. Ross was a bust. If Dante Hall isn't number 1, Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch was a good one. Bush was a bust. Barkley is a good one. Yeah, I think right now Barkley should be on that for what he did. Okay, let's go to what Tiffany sent me. We'll get into the AJ Brown topic.
Okay? AJ felt that Jalen should have had his back. Now, let me tell you this. Zion Reddick and AJ Brown definitely fought. For sure, they fought. They at odds right now, yeah, on some G shit, okay? Here's another fact. AJ Brown ain't from Philadelphia. AJ Brown only been here 4 years, right? Guess who's from Philly? Guess who went to Temple? Guess who's from Camden? Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick.
Which means he has what? Goons.
Cloud.
He's got people. AJ Brown car got stolen, right? Where they find it at?
I forgot about AJ Brown's his car getting stolen.
Where Hassan Reddick is from, where his goons is at. So, if you AJ Brown, you from Mississippi or wherever the hell he from, you ain't from Philly, you ain't got no goons. You got teammates, you ain't got no goons. How do you get them goons? You gotta go pay for them.
You gotta pay for them.
You gotta go solicit them, because if Hassan Reddick sending his goons at you, they taking your car, they didn't strip the car, they didn't leave the car on crates, nothing. They just took it and drove it to Camden and left it over there. Just to let AJ Brown know you ain't untouchable. We can reach out and touch you. You understand? So that thing is deep. So what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Yeah. The issues with the teammates, and it explains a lot of AJ Brown's behavior. After we learned about this with his side chick issues, and then Jalen Hurts' wife was involved in this little rift between the two. Like, it was just so messy.
Illegal gambling, you want to call it insider trading, you want to call it giving tips to friends and families, you know, as to what his prop bets are going to be. I think it would be warranted, to be honest with you, because if you look at let me just go back a little bit. Probably in the 4th game of the season, an associate of mine told me that allegedly he hangs around with some people that AJ Brown hangs with. Said that AJ Brown told him to bet $50,000 that he will be traded to New England.
What?
He said, what you think? You think I should do that? And I told him I wouldn't bet $50,000, but I know he's going to be traded to New England. I already knew this. I knew this was a done deal last year, but they couldn't do it because it was going to be a $98 million cap hit. So I already knew that this deal was in the works. So I told him I wouldn't bet $50,000, but I would definitely bet something because I know he's actually being traded to New England. And he said he also told me that AJ told him to bet that he, you know, his catches and drops. Now, he ain't a football guy, so he don't know the game like we know it and the, you know, the intricacies of it. So I think more or less what he was saying, and I said, did he win the bet? He said he won. Illegal gambling,
all right,
you want to call it inside.
Yeah, he caused way too much drama, and he's still doing it. Like, he's still talking about them, and that's what I don't like. It's like, shut up. And I still think he'll continue to talk about him. Like, if he has a good game, for example, he'll try to throw shade at the Eagles. Just based off his behavior, he has resentment towards the Eagles now, and it's his own fault. Like, I don't know. He has no one to be mad about, or no one to be mad at but himself. All right. Now, let's go to this other video, because this is from Speakeasy on do I want to get into this one, or do I want to play the nightcap one? because Nightcap talked about AJ Brown as well. Okay, I'm going to play the Nightcap one.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. According to Mike Garofalo, NFL Network, when A.J. Brown went to pick up his things at the Eagle facility, he signed a picture of him in the building with the message, "The best to ever play here, always open." The Browns are the
I like that.
only eighth among all-time Eagles in receiving yards, sitting behind Harold Carmichael, fellow pass catchers Zach Ertz, Pete Retzloff, Tommy McDonald, Bobby Walson. Ocho.
Yeah.
That was a really weird interview last week where he says, hey, I did what I did. Okay. But then, about leaking stories and trying to get his team motivated. But,
right,
AJ, before even Ocho go, bro, I think you're phenomenal. You're not the best receiver to play there. You ain't seeing
He's not the best receiver. I don't know why everyone acts like he's the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't see nothing impressive that stands out. Like, yeah, he's great. He made it to the NFL for a reason, but do I think he's the best to ever do it? No.
No. Ever. Ever.
I mean, shoot, ain't nobody seeing T.O.
And I think,
conversation
AJ, don't take this the wrong way. I think you're phenomenal. T.O. is one of the three best receivers to ever play in the NFL. One of the three best. I ain't got him one, but I ain't got him three either. I believe it in that. I think you're phenomenal. Yeah. And you did an outstanding job in your tenure there. Y'all went to 2 Super Bowls. Yes. You won one. You were 1,000-yard receiver.
Let me see if I have this video. Because this is what I think of when I think of A.J. Brown now. But it's this one kid after a loss, and he was heated. He was heated. He was cooking, though. I ain't gonna lie. The kid was cooking with what he had to say. Dang it, I clicked the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. But if I can find that video real quick. I think I put it in the intro. Like it's part of the new funny intro that I made. Let's see. Funny kids. Here we go. This kid's hilarious.
Down. This was my Christmas present, and I got a loss.
I'm gonna make a meme out of this kid. Add the audio so we can hear it. There we go.
Down. This was my Christmas present, and I got a loss.
Oh no, you probably would have rather had Cole, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'm feeling two of two things. A, I want A.J. Brown packing his bags, and I want him somewhere else that is not here. I love you, A.J., but like, you can't make those
packing his bags somewhere else that's not here. Granted, this was before he was even gone. This kid was cooking. He was on to something.
In that game, and I also want Kevin Patullo flipping burgers at like the local
and
McDonald's.
It's also when Patullo was there too. I find this hilarious. That kid said, "I want AJ Brown gone, and I want Patullo flipping burgers." He also mentioned that AJ Brown had like 8 drop passes. Or I mean, I don't know if that was the exact number, but he had a lot of drop passes in that game. That kid was cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my new favorite. That's my new favorite kid right there.
You went to the Pro Bowl, but T.O. was a different animal.
Yeah, I mean, listen, A.J. Brown is good for the times that we're in when it comes to playing.
Let's play your drop real quick. Where are we at? 149. Y'all go subscribe to 3 a.m. Adoptee Voices. Great work over there, bringing awareness to adoption and adoptees.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here.
Man, I got
Don't forget to hit that.
No matter. I was gonna have to find where I was at anyways. There we go.
Top 5. Yeah, let's not forget that. Him not being coverable, he is right. There's really nothing you could do with him. You can play off, he gonna dice you up. You can play in his face, he too strong. He running right through you playing.
You talking about T.O. or you talking about AJ? Okay.
I'm talking about what he's been able to do. You know, when he's been in the conversations when things were going well in Philly, he was talked about being revered as one of the top 5 players in the game. Things kind of fell off a little bit.
He was doing great,
but he's still
threw a little hissy fit. Let's just be real. It wasn't until all this information started coming out that we seen what it really was.
Extremely good, and I love the fact that he still has his confidence to even say what he said. And he's supposed to believe that. He's supposed to believe he's the best that's played there. Now, when we talk about facts and some of the players that's played before him that's been there, obviously T.O. reigns supreme.
What we gonna do with D-Jack?
And believing that about yourself and then just being flat out delusional. Come on now.
Just go kick D-Jack out the.
Why was that? I was just getting ready to say that.
Actually, let me say it like this. There's a difference in it being facts and then you just being straight up delusional about yourself. Let me say it like that.
Deshaun Jackson, he was there. Deshaun Jackson, one of the best. You know, one
of the 2 or 3 greatest deep threat receivers to ever play.
One thing, I don't mind that. Like, I didn't mind that. I think that's, if that's what you got to do to get locked in, sure, go ahead, do that. But he was doing that for the wrong reasons. He wasn't doing that for the right reasons. And that's when I start to have an issue with it. I was cool with it when I thought, you were acting right. But then once all this news came out, I was just like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that behavior.
You look at him, Bullet Bob Hayes. You look at Randy Moss. Yeah. You look at Reek. There haven't been 5 better receivers at the deep ball better than D-Jack.
Right.
No, not at all. But in its totality, playing the position of receiver, I understand what he means. But then when we break it down, in its totality, when it comes to receivers that are playing for the Phillies.
When you're claiming that you're the best, but you don't have the resume to prove that, like the other 2 names that were mentioned, that's questionable. I was at the game. AJ pulled that. That's crazy that you were there for that. I'm pissed I defended that mother effer. I hear you on that. Because Philly Tide, let me tell you, I was doing the same thing. I defended him. I was like, hey, if you're looking for a quick quote to motivate you or to give a teammate like some motivation, I was cool with it at first. But then whenever more information was getting revealed about how he was, I was just like, yeah, he had the wrong motives probably when he was doing that. So I just wasn't a fan of it after that.
Eagles, a conversation needs to be had. But that doesn't take away how great he is when he was there and how great he has to feel to be able to do what he's done.
I just don't know if I only know we have
what that makes me think of. Hold on, we're at 3:37. Let's see. I gotta remember I put a camera on here. Let's see. Boozy. Was it a boozy one? I think it's a boozy one. Oh, here we go.
Like, I knew it, bro. I've been saying this forever, but I just needed a little clarification.
You just needed a little clarification, Tiffany. But you knew it. You knew something.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here.
All right, back to where we were at. 3:39 timestamp. Let me look. There we go.
We having a conversation about number 1 because for me, I don't know if he T.O. and D-Jack.
Yeah,
it's because I think the thing is that people allowed some of T.O.'s antics on the sideline and stuff, Joe and Ocho. I think that they allowed that to overshadow. I don't think people realize just how good T.O. was.
Shit,
Well,
I do.
I realized
They
it
don't.
because I always said like T.O. was one of my favorite wide receivers at the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm talking about like in my era. Because keep in mind, like I wasn't around to watch Michael Irvin or any of these, right? So I'm going based off of what I watched. And Terrell Owens, I was so sad when he was gone. I was devastated. That's probably the first player that I was truly devastated that left. The second was when Des Bryant was out. Yeah, so and then I just kind of went numb to the feeling of losing players.
Well, you gotta know football, Uncle. You gotta know ball. You gotta understand and be able to separate the antics and you not liking
Yeah.
him personally and understand how great he
Yeah,
was.
man.
How great he
Yeah.
was. Hold on. This is the funny thing about it, Uncle Joe. Hold on. How great he was on the back end when he came to
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yes.
Great he was in Buffalo in his short stint
Yeah.
there. What he did in Dallas.
What he did in Philly.
Man,
Yeah.
what he did in Philly. What he did in man.
Hey,
Come on, man.
hey, he broke his leg in Philly and came back and played in the
Yes, and got a hundred.
Yeah.
Joe, in 7 weeks, he had 142.
22. 9 for 122.
7 weeks. Oh,
Yes.
122.
But the mere fact that he had 100 yards of a broken leg in less than 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Like I said, I think sometimes we allow a person antics because even though I'm look, AB's antics drove me crazy, but that don't take away what type of player that he was.
Right.
Hey.
Two things can be true. Somebody can be a jerk off the field and have boorish behavior on it, but his talent is undeniable.
Yes,
I'm not denying that AJ Brown is talented. But how he acted with Jalen Hurts and the team and let's just call it what it was. He just wasn't a good teammate, in my opinion. And it wasn't just that, but if you look at how he performed, he wasn't nothing special last season. What was his complaint? His complaint was, well, I'm not getting the ball. Well, that's not Jalen Hurts' fault. He couldn't utilize you. And then you were acting up. He might not have wanted to throw to you. He might not have trusted your judgment. So he didn't want to throw to you. So that's your own fault, right? Because Jalen Hurts had no issue throwing to his other weapons. So that's just where I stand on that.
No matter what you think of T.O., his talent is undeniable. Go look at everywhere he's went.
Exactly, Tiffany, exactly. And, I'll add to that. Your antics can cause you not to be great. You have to look at it as a whole. Not just, one-sided, but as the whole picture. This is why when you're an athlete, you have to represent yourself well. You have to not only perform, but you have to represent yourself well. You have to have good character. When you're showing these little antics, it makes you look bad, which reflects on the team. It's not good. And then that can hurt you as an athlete. And I think that hurt him as an athlete. And even when he threw to him, he didn't catch the ball. Yes, Tiffany. Yes, that's the other point is he was still dropping passes, and that is exactly why I think Jalen Hurts didn't trust him. Jalen Hurts thought, this is just alleged, right? Who knows what the actual facts are? But based off what we're hearing and what we're seeing, I can only assume that Jalen Hurts thought that AJ Brown was trying to sabotage the team. When he was dropping passes, that's when Jalen Hurts knew what type of time AJ Brown was on. He was being petty, so he decided not to throw to him. And I don't blame him for that.
There's only been 3 guys that's ever been a first team All-Pro on 3 different teams. Deion Sanders, Ted Hendricks, and Terrell Owens. Think about it. How many guys have played in the NFL? How many guys that have played on multiple teams? Only 3.
Yes.
have been first team All-Pro on 3 different teams.
Hey,
go back and look. Even when Jerry was still in his prime, go back and look at T.O. numbers back in '97, back in '98. Go look at his numbers when Jerry was still putting up his numbers. T.O. had 14 touchdowns a year. Jerry was still putting up big time numbers.
Yeah.
Y'all better stop playing with that man.
See, I told you. I love Terrell Owens at Dallas.
You might not like some of his antics. You might not like some of the things that he said. But you cannot deny his talent. You cannot. The one thing the reason why I respected him so much, I always know he gonna give me everything he got. He might get mad because he didn't get no. And I know as a defensive coordinator, I'm gonna double him early because I'm gonna take him out of the game. Because if he doesn't get the ball early, I already know how it's gonna go, and that's my job.
Yeah.
I want it to go sideways. I'm doing everything I possibly can on show to make it go sideways.
Yeah.
But boy,
hey, but honestly, Uncle Joe, to get back on context and what we were talking about, and to give people that are in the chat to give you perspective on the mindset of AJ Brown saying what he said is one of the reasons why he is who he is. It's one of the reasons why he's still one of the better receivers in the league. There's a reason why he was in the conversation for being top 5 before things soured.
Just because he said it doesn't make it true, okay? Just because AJ Brown thinks that does not make that true.
In Philly, the mindset alone and actually believing I am the best. Even if we have a conversation and the people in the chat have a conversation and say, well, actually, no, you're not. It's the mindset and believing that I am in general. Regardless of how we feel about it, this is why he is as good as he is. This is why he was able to get the Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl.
Let's not act like he's the reason they went to the Super Bowl. Did he play a part in it? Of course he did. But let's not act like he's the sole reason why they went to a Super Bowl.
Because of the mindset. Oh yeah, 2 Super Bowls. I'm sorry, my bad.
I think his mindset's messed up. To be honest with you, with how petty he's been acting, I think his mindset is messed up. That's not somebody I would want as a teammate. All right, let's move on to what Speakeasy had to say on Jalen Carter.
To talk about one of those other contenders in the NFC. The Philadelphia Eagles are being cautious about a Jalen Carter extension opportunity. Carter is reportedly seeking a market resetting deal, but Philly is expected to seek protections after a season limited by shoulder issues and an ejection for spitting on my quarterback. Big decision looms for Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM. Fellas, is this a big deal or no?
I don't know how y'all are going to feel about this because I know I got some Eagles fans in here, right? But let me just say that they really rage baited people into thinking that Dak spit on Jalen Carter. But if you look at all the angles, Dak was in a huddle way over here when he spit. Jalen Carter was way over here, and he walked out of his huddle and was talking trash to Dak Prescott, and that he walked up to him and spit on him. But Dak did not spit on Jalen Carter. But the angle that they gave you made it look like that. But when you look at the overview, Dak Prescott was way over here, and Jalen Carter was way over here. That's all I wanted to say.
Deal for the Eagles moving forward.
All right, look, Prize Picks is America's #1.
I can't do nothing. Like, there's no skipping this because they put ads within their own videos now. It's clever, it's smart marketing, but I hate it.
On 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now.
I can't fast forward some more to get past this.
Picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code SPEAKEASY. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free.
And he said, I'm in Detroit. I wouldn't bet 1 cent on the Lions.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Gigantic deal. if y'all don't remember, there was a clip of Jeffrey Lurie. They asked him a question about Jalen Hurts. He thought they were referring to Jalen Carter. They're like, hey, you haven't done that deal yet, referring to Jalen Hurts. And he was like, well, we got to see the guy be a little bit more consistent. You know what I mean? He got himself kicked out of a game earlier on in the year, and just he hasn't been the dependable player that we need him to be. And they were like, no, we're asking about Jalen Hurts. They're like, oh, Hurts. Lurie completely showed his hand on how he felt about Jalen Carter. Not to mention, at the point in which you have Jordan Davis there.
Let me say this. If you know someone has some health issues going on, if you know he has behavior issues, that puts his pay up to question. You can get yourself in a dangerous situation when you go ahead and pay out a player, because I've seen this happen with Dallas, right? When you go ahead and pay a player and then they continue to have behavior issues, they're missing games, and then injuries, add on the injuries, it's not good. It's not good. So the Eagles need to be smart and be careful with this Carter situation. I will say that. I've seen some people say they need to go ahead and pay him. I'm just going to tell you, caution. Use caution with that, because he's had lingering health issues. He's had behavior issues. And it's not just from the Eagles, right? So you have to use caution, because you don't want to fork out a ton of money, go ahead and set him up, and then it go wrong, because it's not a good situation. Chelsea, that's YouTube. My dad was complaining about ads on YouTube. I bought him a couple of months of YouTube Premium. He loves it. Yeah. This one, these ads are just built in. I don't know if that makes sense, but they're getting creative with how they do it now. So this is his personal ad. When he's covering his draft ad, that's within their video. They add it to the video. They add that clip to their video. So there's really nothing you can do about it, because it's already part of it.
And you just paid him until you've seen him do this. I think that Jalen Carter better ball this year, or a move could be made that would really make a lot of Eagles fans disgruntled. I remember talking to a former Eagles D tackle, ran into him randomly in Vegas, and I was just talking about like the defensive tackle room in Philly, and he was like, bro, Ojimo is him. And Milton Williams was him before they lost Milton Williams to the Patriots, and then Milton Williams went on to a Super Bowl. I think the Eagles feel very confident in their ability to scout defensive tackles, acquire defensive tackles, develop defensive tackles.
You know what? I don't typically agree with Acho, but this is the truth.
Fletcher Coxes, to the Jordan Davises, to the Jalen Carters, to the Milton Williams, to the Ojimos. So I think that I would not be surprised to see
Hargrave.
Hargrave, 10-sack Hargrave. Thank you for that, sir. I would not be surprised if Jalen Carter does not get there where he needs to get. He'd get dealt. Like, Howie's not going to lose Jalen Carter in free agency. I'll tell you that right now. No, Howie's going to be like, hey, I'll trade him for 2 first-round picks and let y'all deal with him. But at the point at which, bro, he had his off-the-field issues in college.
This
then
is
you
what I'm
come
saying. This is where I get into warning y'all. Like, be careful with wanting to pay a player, because I've already seen a few videos of, like, people saying they need to pay him. Use caution, because, like I said, I've seen this happen with Dallas, where they pay a player who's had behavioral issues and then injury issues, and it's not good. It's not a good situation to get in. So I think the Eagles are smart with how they do business, because, like he's saying, Jalen Carter has consistent behavioral issues. He had them in college.
the NFL, you come into your sophomore season or third season out of shape. Then you spit on Dak Prescott and you get thrown out of.
He was like, he hasn't been taking care of himself like he should. Like, what are you doing to really earn this pay? Is what I'm starting to think.
football game, a gigantic football game before the game starts. I don't remember who won that game. Kieran, not asking for shade. Who won that game? Eagles still won?
It was Eagles, yeah.
Bet. So you get thrown out of a football game, and then you miss a majority of the season because I think you had PRP shots in both of your shoulders. There comes a point where Howie and Larry are going to look at you like, bruh, we already took a chance on you because you were involved in some sort of collision, or you were revolved around a collision where somebody lost their life, if I'm not mistaken, in college. Then you get to the league. So, like, Jalen Carter got to get right.
Yeah. No, I
Bless
mean,
you.
it's I mean, I don't know who sneezed, but Trey sneezing again is ridiculous.
No.
No, look, but
No.
My thing about Jalen Carter. Are
Yeah.
you going to keep interrupting the segment, dude?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, man.
Bro. That's crazy.
Get it together, bro.
I'm going back to
Come
work.
on now.
All right, bro.
Look,
Lock in, bro.
When it comes to Jalen Carter, I do think the Eagles are just for seeking that protection after this year. Obviously, going out there, I believe it was a year 2 or year 3 this past year for him. I think it was year 2.
3.
It was year 3.
That's
Going
what I'm
out.
saying though. Like it's not even like this video's downloaded, right? This is a downloaded video. But it's the creators, it's the show that are putting their own ads within the video. Kind of like you see sponsor deals. I'm sure y'all have watched vlogs or, whoever, and they're like, by the way, this video is sponsored by. That's basically what that is. It's their own ad within the video supporting Prize Picks, I think, which is something you cannot skip. Like, you can fast forward, but you cannot skip that when they're putting ads within their own video.
Year 3 and having your worst year is not the best situation whenever you're looking to get paid. This could be a situation that goes into the next offseason. He should be one of the higher paid defensive tackles in the league because he plays at that level when healthy. But right now, there's no guarantee that Jalen Carter comes back and plays at the same level that we've seen him play at before. And I don't know about you guys. I don't know how important shoulders are at those positions, but at D tackle, it seems like a very important position to be able to have your anchors. You know what I mean? like be able to get hooked in there. I don't know. It's going to be a situation now where the Eagles, they have everything in their court. They're doing phenomenal drafting on the defensive side of the ball in the first round. They've done a great job doing that for the past 5, 6, 7 years. And now with Jalen Carter at the defensive tackle position, you have more assurances with guys like Moro Ojomo taking that next step. Jordan Davis taking that next step. They were still an elite defense last year without him playing. So to me, that's probably the worst thing for Jalen Carter and this defense moving forward is them being able to see, hey, we're still
what I need to do. I need to make a note of where the ads are, the timestamps of it, so I can just go ahead and skip right to it. That's a good idea. I'm gonna start doing that.
Top 5 defensive unit in the league with or without you. So we're not going to be held hostage by you with this deal.
I'm gonna say this, man.
So, Tiffany, you think he should get paid? See, I'm on the fence about that. I feel like, what has he really done? What has he really done to earn that pay? Because, going off his behavior, it wasn't good. He's been out of shape. Like, you're not doing anything to earn that pay, so why should the Eagles put their money on that? Because it just sounds like you're paying a potential problem, because it's not changing. I mean, that's a gamble. That's a gamble. That's a huge gamble, right? You have your, small risk gambles on a player, but then you have your high risk gambles. And I would consider him a high risk gamble because when you've had behavioral issues, when you've had on the field issues with staying in shape and then getting into little disagreements on the field that get you kicked out of games, like that's not good. It's not a good situation. I would not want to pay a player like that. Because that's just a potential risk, like I said.
I really value the Eagles front office. I think they're the best in the league. They sign guys to deals early. They identify who's a core player in their organization and they lock them up. But they let this dude go. I might have to change my stance on this. He's too good. But there's so many layers of this because this tells me there's things going on behind the scenes that he's done that we not hearing about.
See? That's
a lot
my
of
thing.
things.
It's like the behind the scenes issues. They see him as a potential risk, and they're not. That makes them question paying him. It would be a gamble.
Probably that being late or just doing whatever. I'm not saying he's late. There's things that have taken place in the locker room in the city of Philadelphia that we aren't hearing about, that they know about. And so it's giving them a reason to say, hey, we got to pump the brakes on this. And he knows this. But if I'm Jalen Carter now moving forward, I don't care what's going on. If I'm not 100%, I'm not playing. Because we can play this game then. If this is the game y'all want to play, we can play it. We can play it. If y'all knew I was hurting, the reason I got to go get PRP shots in my shoulders is because I was playing when my shit was hurting. And y'all know this. So now y'all going to try to hold this against me? Bet. I'm not playing if I'm not all the way right now. Let's see how this go. And I hope y'all can find somebody then that y'all feel can replace me. So go ahead and trade me then.
But T, we've had this conversation. Money does not change a human being. Money makes them more of who they are.
Yes.
Jalen Carter hasn't just had like a couple questions. No, Jalen Carter could be a problem.
Yes.
Imagine paying Jalen
But
Carter.
they knew he was a problem when they drafted him.
Absolutely.
But you still drafted him.
But you draft him
in the top 10.
And you hope that he will mature and he will change. Jalen Carter would have been the second pick, if not for the
top 5 for sure.
He would have been top 5.
Top 5, right?
A lot of people think Atlanta would have taken him over Bijan if the off the field stuff wasn't there, but they didn't want him close to home as well. So.
Correct. Yeah. So you draft him, hope he'll mature, hope he'll grow, hope he'll do X, Y, and Z. At the point in which you get kicked out of a football game, there's only 17
I'm not
of
gonna
them.
lie to you though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did he spit on that and was he wrong? Absolutely. But when you spit towards me, I'm thinking that's you trying to actually spit on me.
That's
like
what
no.
are you talking about? Now I disagree with him on this. Dak was huddled up in his own circle a distance away. And Jalen Carter was over here when Dak spit, he was way over here in his huddle. Even if Dak spit and it was a insult to Jalen Carter, that does not give him the right to walk over there and actually spit on Dak. I get heated over that. That gave him no right. No right whatsoever. That was the difference. Because even if Dak was spitting in his direction, Dak did not actively break a huddle, go up to Jalen Carter, and spit on him. That's what I don't like. Y'all gonna get me heated. I'm reliving some trauma now. I need to calm down. Hold on, where are we at? 7:37. Let's play a joke. Here. Let's play my Ocho one if I can find it.
Hey, calm down. I don't like your tone. Let's take the decibels down a little bit. Hey.
Okay, I need to calm down, take the decimals down a notch. Okay.
To talk about one of those other contenders in the NFC.
7:37 or something like that, I think.
No.
Dak Prescott. TJ.
It don't matter who
TJ,
it is.
He's played 9 years. Dak isn't about anybody's action at all whatsoever.
If we are conversating and I see you spit and it go there, because we don't know what's being said. They look like they talking shit to each other.
But see, here's my
that's just me.
But then I question your
all the time. That still does not give you the right to walk up to a player and actually spit on them. This happened with Jalen Carter and it happened with Jamar Chase.
No.
Because here's why, T. You know Brian Dawkins. You go up against Doc.
Yes.
Doc's not spitting on you. You know that. Because you know to Doc. But hold on.
This is what Doc gonna do though. Da.
Sure.
He gonna turn the other way.
But you,
right at me.
But you know Doc won't spit on you. You go up against you play with Vontaze. Did you play with Vontaze?
No.
Okay, you go up against Vontaze. He might spit on you. There's an aptitude component here. You know who players are and you know who players aren't. If I hear Kieran say I might think, oh, Kieran would never say that to me. That's not in Kieran's character. So what I'm saying is the Dak Prescott situation is just a microcosm of a macro issue. If you don't have the wherewithal to know this 9-year NFL veteran company man,
But you're not even processing like
then
that.
That's the problem.
You're not processing that. Did he just spit at me? Wrong. Absolutely, he was wrong. But to me, I don't see the Eagles. It don't matter what Jalen Carter does. They're not re-signing him.
Really?
They're not going to re-sign him. It doesn't matter what he does. He can stay healthy.
You don't think they will?
He can play well. No.
Because you think they would have already.
Okay,
They would
so
have
he
done it
doesn't
already.
think
The
Jalen
Eagles
Carter is getting signed.
are they the best team in the league.
Let me
when
push,
it comes to
let me push
re-signing
back
guys
on you
they
on
want to
that, though.
re-sign.
Think about this. They did the same thing with Jordan Davis. They said, "Hey, Jordan Davis, we not finna re-sign you to a long-term deal yet. We need to watch you ball."
And you know why? Because they knew they had his teammate in college that let Jordan Davis, let him show that he can have some discipline and keep his weight down and play. Once he did that, it was like, good. I really don't believe they're going to re-sign Jalen Carter.
The only thing for me, like realistically, if you think,
and I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for him. If a team does that, that GM need to be fired.
If you think about the scheme.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think the Eagles are smart with who they pick, who they have on their roster. I will give him that compliment. They are one of the best at assessing talent and making great business moves. So if they think that Jalen Carter is a risk, I trust their judgment. I trust their judgment because they see more of how he's acting, what he's doing to merit not being re-signed. I wouldn't be mad at it. And then it's the next man up mentality.
If you're the Eagles, you don't need Jalen Carter.
You don't.
A Vic Fangio 3-4 defense doesn't need Jalen Carter. It needs an elite outside backer. That's what it needs.
On 3rd and 2, you need Jalen Carter.
Well, I'm saying you can get by with a elite edge rusher.
Yeah, you can get by.
You know what I'm saying?
You can get by, but you ain't gonna be. The Eagles got the best roster. Jalen Carter not on that team. Them days of them having the best roster are numbered.
I don't think
he's that good.
Great.
He's a difference maker.
But the thing is, Vic Fangio's defense is predicated upon really good pieces, which they have.
I feel like he's gotten a lot of penalties. I feel like, he's gotten kicked out of games. He had issues with not taking care of his health. I'm not impressed.
You already have Davis. You got Ojimo. You got Bond. You got Cooper. You got Quignon.
So, I ain't talking about those guys in the back end. If you cannot pressure the quarterback, I don't care who you have on the back end.
Yeah.
If you cannot pressure the quarterback, the back end don't matter.
That's facts.
Because they going to get beat.
Yeah.
By these receivers. They going to get beat. You better pressure the quarterback.
T don't care about the back end.
Yeah, no. That back end gets beat, man. Yeah, that's what he said. The back end's going to get beat. If you can't apply pressure, then your back end is beat, brother.
All right, there we go.
Look, you made it this.
Let's go to some drops. Hold on. Wrong screen, y'all. Because Cree Cree is in the building. Shout out to you. Go Cree Cree. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. Go Cree Cree. Let's find your name.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Y'all, they're making a new Shrek. And we got Toy Story 5. Crazy. Let's see. What do I want to play next? I want to play something fun. I want to play this Ravens one.
I didn't watch that yet. Don't know this one. It's easy. This was a celebration. I want to say it was Zay.
I think Lamar trashed him for that celebration, though. I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah, that one, I ain't gonna lie. That one where he pretended that the football was a bouquet and tossed it, I thought that was a little weird. I get Lamar, why Lamar side-eyed him for that.
That's what was
just tossed the bouquet, and Lamar got mad at me.
Cause I didn't understand it at first until he explained it, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Like, how you don't know what a bouquet is, though?
Roquan Smith, scoop and score.
Oh, that's me. I knew that right away.
Remember that play?
Yeah, I do.
Bro actually looked fast right here.
Derrick Henry said, bro actually looked fast.
He's holding it like he don't care about the ball.
It gotta be Ed Reed. I can tell it's chest strap.
That's Ed Reed. I can tell by the feet.
Yeah, I don't like players who don't.
The silhouette looks crazy.
It's Lamar Jackson. Spin move against Cincinnati.
He take up the whole screen.
It's got to be Derrick Henry. Stiff arm.
Just tell
I ain't
it's
saying
in
all
slow
that.
motion. So
I ain't saying all that, Pooh Man. I'll say Tua Tagovailoa, but I ain't saying all that now. I'm just gonna say TJ. I'll call him TJ.
almost exaggerates how big he is. It's just like you can hear it. It's like boom, boom, boom.
This is definitely me. This ain't no goddamn question. I know it's definitely me.
Who's lit like that? Hold on, I gotta watch
I
this one
mean,
again.
Tiffany, I will say this. Because you said removing Carter does not make this team better. It might not make the team better for now, but it's a better business move for the future. Because what would you rather do? Would you rather them pay him a bunch of money and then he get into some scandal, like some problem, and then you just wasted all that money on him? Like, would you rather them make a smart business decision with letting him go and then it pay off for the future? I would think that would be the better move. Like, because I just look at it as a waste of money. Yeah, make sure to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Drift Sports, because I'm bad about not reminding people to hit the like button. So I appreciate you for that.
Who's lit like that? I ain't gonna lie, I can't get this one right.
That look like Ray Lewis.
I'm saying Ray Lewis.
It's Ray Lewis. Okay. I wasn't watching linebacker highlights growing up. No disrespect, Ray.
That look like Nate. Let me play that one more time. That's Nate. That's Nate.
Oh, that's nasty Nate, baby. In the box.
He swears he invented that. He didn't.
Nate
No, I want him to get his blank together. Yeah, like that's what you want, right? But that's just not always how it plays out. So that's why I'm saying, like, I would rather them make a smart business move for the future than to just pay a player and waste money on them, and then they have injury issues. They don't know how to act. They get into legal trouble or have some sort of scandal going on or get penalized like he did on the field consistently. It's just too much of a problem. Like, I wouldn't risk paying a player, wasting money on paying a player like that. Because then what will happen, because I'm speaking from experience with the Dallas Cowboys, right? What will happen when you pay that player all that money, you end up getting upset. Because you're like, why did they pay all that money to this player who you knew was a problem, who you knew had injury issues? Like, why did you waste money on that player? So, speaking from experience with, like, how the Dallas Cowboys have operated, I think the Eagles are smart. They know what they're doing. If they choose not to sign or re-sign Jalen Carter to what he's asking for, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
If he sees this clip, he posting it on the gram. I already know Nate.
I wanna. Who got 100?
Yo, I just forgot. D-Money was in here. Shout out D-Money. I just forgot D-Money was in here. I don't know why. Y'all, sometimes if I don't play his drop, like, I'll beat myself up because sometimes I just get to talking and I just, forget to play somebody's drop. But I'm pretty sure D-Money was in here. So I'm going to play D-Money's drop real quick. Shout out to you, D-Money. I don't know if you're ear hustling.
Oh, and can you bring my coleslaw on a separate plate? I hate it when it touches my bread.
Alright, I ain't gonna play all the coleslaw drops today. Unless he gets to acting up. Then I'll revisit the coleslaw drops. Alright, there we go. Let's see what else I wanted to play. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all this about Dak Prescott.
Look, man, we got to talk about America's team. We appreciate all the Cowboys fans are here in the building tonight. It's time we talk about my Cowboys. Dak Prescott threw an absolute dart right here to Terrence Ferguson. I'm not Terrence Ferguson. Jake Ferguson in practice. Here he is hitting tight end one for the Dallas Cowboys. Look at that dime. Look at that. Look at that beautiful ball right there. Look at that. Can't take him down. Can't take him down. Running all the way to the Super Bowl, fellas. He was also asked about.
Chill out. Running all the way to the Super Bowl. I like that. I don't like Dallas fans who do that. Don't do that. Don't say we're going to a Super Bowl. I don't know. Like, I get sick of that. Ugh. Makes me sick. Please just say, I'll believe it when I see it. Because there ain't no point. There ain't no point in saying that. Him throwing to the tight end, I ain't seeing nothing impressive. Like, that tight end, he was non-existent last season. So, I don't know. It's just OTAs, right? Like, chill out.
The defense this year, he said Quinnen Williams reminded him that this team, or that he's been in the league 7 years and hasn't made the playoffs. Dak Prescott told him, I'll get you to the playoffs. I need you to go out and help us win it. Fellas, these Dallas Cowboys look like an absolute problem right now from a roster perspective. Some are saying that might be the greatest team of all time. Will Dak Prescott have his peak season this upcoming year?
All right, look, Prize Picks is America's.
With the Prize Picks. See what I mean? Like, it's their own ad. There we go.
Including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code SPEAKEASY. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Is it crazy for me to say Dak Prescott will peak this year? Dak Prescott has, I would suggest, the best offense he's ever had since he's been in the National Football League.
I already don't like this. I'm already shaking my head at this. I don't like this because y'all know my issues with CeeDee Lamb right now. And then I also brought up the issues with the tight end position. Then you have that offensive tackle in question. I don't get it. I don't get the hype, which I try not to be overly optimistic like some of the delusional Cowboy fans. I try to be more realistic when it comes to this, and I don't get it. CeeDee Lamb really has to step up this season. Because he's led the league, like I've said, in drop passes. And I'm not saying that's, the most, deal-breaking thing, right? Because a lot of wide receivers have drop passes, right? This is where it's a problem. Like, his season best was, back in, 2022, 2023. And he's regressed since then. This past season, he had barely made it over 1,000 yards, 8 drop passes, only 3 touchdowns, and he missed. People like, because I've had Dallas fans make the excuse, well, he missed 3 games. Chill out with that. He missed 3 games early on in the season. He had plenty of games to make up for it, to improve his stats and get better. Right? And he didn't. He got outperformed by George Pickens. George Pickens was who Dak was relying on. George Pickens had over 1,400 yards. He had 9 touchdowns. So, and I think he only had 3 drop passes, right? So Pickens outperformed CeeDee Lamb. I'm just not, I don't know. I'm just not sold on it yet. Don't sweat it. Ocho had a very non-relevant career. Yes, we've talked about this. We've talked about this on here multiple times. He ain't do nothing. He played for Texas. For those of you who don't know, he played for Texas. And then he did like little stints in the NFL, but he was nothing major, right? It is what it is. Let me finish reading. Non-relevant career, and his hot takes on podcasts are just as underachieving. Yeah, and this is the thing about media, right? They do this. I know it's a business move for him. I know why he does this. It's to bring in viewers, to get a conversation going, and it works. Let me tell you, it works. They have higher subscriber rates than Nightcap. I think the most is with Pat McAfee, but Speakeasy is doing well because of how controversial they could be, right? So I get it's a business move. That's all it is. And I mean, I do find it fun. Even though I don't agree with Acho, I do find it fun to cover and discuss what he's saying.
Offensive line is as good as his offensive line has been since 2016, and they're healthy. His wide receiver room is better than any wide receiver room he's ever had. He walks into the league, and Terrence Williams, I believe, is his number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Cole Beasley's there, but then Cole Beasley quickly gets moved to Buffalo. Des Bryant quickly ages out. You have CeeDee and Amari Cooper for about a year and a half, but this George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb combination, I believe, is better than any combination he's had. Jake Ferguson is, respectfully, because I played against this individual that I'm about to say, is a better receiving threat than the Jason Witten that Dak Prescott had.
I don't know about that. I'm looking at you sideways for that one.
The running back room, no, you don't have Ezekiel Elliott, but I do believe you have a competent enough running back room to really help serve Dak Prescott. I think Dak will have
another thing that I didn't even bring
the best
up is the running back position. To be honest, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't really even paid attention to the running backs. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be a surprise to me, too. Hold on. I got a job for that. Too. It's 2:33. Okay, let's see. I haven't played this one in a while. Let me see where it's at. I think it's a Drewski one. If I can find it. Drewski. I feel like it should be. I might have passed it. Yeah, I did. I think I passed it. To be honest with you, I don't even remember what I labeled these as. I don't know how people remember their drops. That's my biggest thing, is like remembering where I have them and what I labeled them as. I'm assuming I labeled this as Drewski. Unless I just didn't put it on here at all. Man, where is it? Dak is a choke artist. That's funny, Tiffany. Honestly, Dak is great. Like, I think Dak is, a good quarterback. He just hasn't always had the pieces. It's like I said time and time again, like, Dallas sets their quarterbacks up to fail. Dang it, do I just not have it on here? Well, I'm gonna go back through this later and watch me find it, and I'm gonna be so ticked off. Yeah, I can't find it. I gotta play something now, though. Let's see, what do I want to play? Here, I'm gonna play this.
This is some dysfunctional shit.
That's how I feel about the Cowboys. That's not the one I wanted to play.
Look, man, we got to talk about America's
I don't even remember where I was at. We're gonna start right here.
quickly ages out.
We're gonna start right here.
Quickly ages out. You have CD and Amari Cooper for about a year and a half, but this George Pickens, CD Lamb combination, I believe, is better than any combination he's had. Jake Ferguson is, respectfully, because I played against this individual that I'm about to say, receiving threat than the Jason Witten that Dak Prescott had.
I feel like
And
Acho is only saying that because he's kind of biased towards him.
the running back room, no, you don't have Ezekiel Elliott, but I do believe you have a competent enough running back room to really help serve Dak Prescott. I think Dak will have the best season he's ever had, plus second year with this coach. The question really for me is the defense, but if we're just talking about Dak, T, Pickens, CD, Ferguson, yeah, you're good. You got depth. You got a good running back room. You got a really good offensive line. What, three first round picks on that O-line, if I'm not mistaken? Like,
absolutely, yeah. Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, and
sorry, y'all. I think it said like my internet went out for a second. Like I said, it's been storming.
And then in the down year,
yep.
4,900, 1,800, 4,400, 2,800, 4,500, 1,900. 4,500.
Yeah.
This is what he's done.
Yeah, he's an every other year quarterback.
This
and
is what he's
coming a factor too. Yeah.
So Dak Prescott, to me, pay wise, he's not one of the most underrated quarterbacks because his pay shows he's not underrated, but he's low key is underrated when you talk who are the best quarterbacks in the league because Dak consistently plays well and puts up numbers, but his peak year. No, because that means you got to throw for 5,000 yards. And how many guys have done that in the history of the league? It's hard for me to say this is going to be his peak year when he's consistently throwing for almost 5,000 yards.
But T, has he ever had an offense? Has he ever had a skill group this good?
Last year, he had it last year.
But now
45.
But now returning plus second year in the coach's system. That's why I'm with you. But now you're returning that same skill group, returning George Pickens, assuming he plays, plus second year in the coach's system. You don't think that's the difference between an extra 40 yards a game, 30? Because that's all it would take to get to 5,000.
Because if the Cowboys are going to be what the fella to my right believes they're going to be, they're going to have more leads. They're going to be running the ball a little bit more in the fourth quarter than we got to try to come back and win a game. And now I'm accumulating.
I'm interested to see how the run game goes with the Cowboys. I'm interested to see if CD Lamb improves because he didn't like I said, he's regressed since his stats in 2022, 2023. He needs to improve. I'm just like, I don't know what people are seeing that makes them think that Dallas is a potential contender.
Maybe those 40 yards a game from throwing late in the game because we're losing, as opposed to running the ball the last 6 minutes just to kind of kill the clock.
The other way to interpret peak, though, Kieran, wouldn't you say, is going as far as he's ever gone in the playoffs, if not further?
Yeah.
Now, if we go on team performance.
And y'all, I think, like I said, I think Dak is a talented QB. He just hasn't always had what he's needed. Consistently, the defense has always been an issue. The best the defense was when Dan Quinn was there because he at least got us to play the 49ers. Granted, we lost because of that twisted situation. And then we played the Green Bay Packers, got our butts whooped with that run game. Consistently, though. Consistently, the defense has been a problem. So there's that, right? Well, then, with offense, you've had issues with the running back position. Because Ezekiel Elliott wasn't it for the past few years. Like, Ezekiel Elliott wasn't it. They needed to get rid of him a long time ago. And then you have the inconsistency with the tight end position. You had inconsistency with CD Lamb. Like, paying players you didn't need to pay. Like, it's always been something. And it hurts quarterbacks' success. Like it happened with Tony Romo. I think Tony Romo was a great quarterback. He was in the same situation. Didn't have what he needed to succeed with Dallas. Same scenario with Dak Prescott. What is up, Erroneous E and Big Natty? Let me play your all's drops since y'all came into the building. I just got to remember where I'm at. 517. Okay, let's go to your drops. So we have Big Natty in the building.
Come on, Clint! Oh, God!
He's still down there. Still there. Yep, he just came up and wrecked the hell out of you again on purpose.
Y'all have it going. That's it. That's why I don't take this shit serious.
Sorry, Tyler. Just trying to talk to you there.
Peace out!
Shout out to Big Natty. And then shout out to Erroneous E. Salute to you. Let's see.
Hey, you a bad.
Look, man, we got to talk about America's team. We appreciate all the Cowboys.
Is where we're at. I don't know.
If not further.
Yeah.
Now, if we go team performance, I don't even,
with that contributing.
I low key think the Cowboys are going to be pretty good, but that schedule, bro, is brutal.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
We play some of the best defenses in the league.
Like, just, okay, the first 7 weeks
off. Okay, shout out to you, Pooh Man. I'm going to check it out.
of the season. Look at the first 7 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
First 7 games.
Who are they?
Yeah. New York, Washington. You get Baltimore, Houston, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, and Philadelphia.
That's not easy. They can be 3 and 4.
Playing Philly, Green
Bay,
Bay,
4
Houston,
and 3, 5 and 2.
Baltimore. Yeah.
But you would assume between Baltimore, Houston, Green Bay, Philly, they for sure losing 2 of them.
Yeah, of course.
For sure losing 2. And
Giants is a dub. Washington could go out.
That's at New York. People think New York's going to be pretty good.
Dak
Washington can go either way.
Okay,
Tampa
so
Bay can go either way.
That Pooh Man sent me has, if there was a potential trade, Pickens could go to the Buffalo Bills, which, y'all, I wouldn't be mad at that. I've said this from the start that if the Dallas Cowboys thought that there was no chance of making it to a Super Bowl and you're not planning on paying him, what's the point of keeping him? You're wasting a player's talent. You're wasting time. It's a waste. Like, you could get draft picks out of them. This is why I'm saying that the Eagles make better business moves. They're being careful. They're being cautious with this Jalen Carter situation. I commend them on that. This mess with George Pickens, I'm telling you, go ahead and trade him. Get draft picks out of it. If you already know you're not going to a Super Bowl, then what's the point? What's the point of keeping him? I'm going to be ticked. I'll be ticked off if 1, he gets injured, 2, if we keep him and we don't make it to the Super Bowl, because in my opinion, it's a Super Bowl or nothing when it comes to having George Pickens on the team. I don't know. The whole situation just ticks me off.
And so,
Baltimore to me could go. Is that at home? Baltimore to me could go either way.
We got Baltimore at home, but we do have Houston, Green Bay, and Philadelphia all on the road.
Let's play your drop. Couch, where you at? I think I passed it. There we go. Shout out to you, Couch.
Look, man, we got to talk about America's team.
Boys, and you are as good as Kieran thinks they are.
Mm-hmm. With George Pickens playing,
we could go either way.
We got Baltimore at home, but we do have Houston, Green Bay, and Philadelphia all on the road. You also, you play Seattle on the road, you play San Francisco as well, and the Rams on the road.
Schedule's not easy, but the schedule is, if you're the Cowboys and you are as good as Kieran thinks they are, You know, so
with George Pickens playing, it changes a lot.
Those
Offensively,
first 7 games, they better be 4-3.
Yeah. Offensively, I think this is the best setup, like you said, for Dak Prescott going into a season. Since that rookie year that he had, he doesn't have an Ezekiel Elliott level back there, but he has a really, really solid run game. We saw what's called
Elliott way too much credit, in my opinion. He giving him way too much credit. Ezekiel Elliott was the problem. Against the 49ers, we didn't need Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott wasn't cutting it in that game. But I will say this, that was the best team that we had a chance because you had Amari Cooper. I'm telling you, I was let me calm down. I almost cussed a little bit, but I was mad. I was mad when they chose to pay Ezekiel Elliott versus keeping Amari Cooper. You were already playing Tony Pollard more. What was the point of keeping Ezekiel Elliott? People kept saying, well, Dallas wanted to make people believe that, oh, well, we're just saving him for the end. No, they weren't. No, they were not. They were not. They were not saving him for nothing because he couldn't do nothing. They didn't want to say nothing because of how much money they paid him. And it's unfortunate. But I wanted to keep Amari Cooper. I wanted to keep Amari Cooper, get rid of Michael Gallup, and Ezekiel Elliott. But what did we do instead? We signed Michael Gallup, despite him being out for the knee issues, and then we gave Ezekiel Elliott all that money and got rid of Coop. That was just insane to me. Chelsea, would you be mad if they trade George and he wins a Super Bowl with the Bills? No, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at that because I want to see these players succeed. I want to see these athletes have great careers. I wouldn't be mad at that. This is what I would be mad at. I would be mad if, which it's no surprise because this is what the Dallas Cowboys do, but if they selfishly keep Pickens, knowing that they're not going to pay him, and then knowing you're not going to a Super Bowl, that's what I would be mad about. Because you're wasting talent, you're wasting business with being able to get picks out of it. It's just a waste. That's what I would be more mad about. But no, I wouldn't be upset if Pickens went to the Buffalo Bills and won a Super Bowl. Now, do I want the Buffalo Bills to win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen? Not necessarily. Do I wish him well? Of course. But do I want to see him win a Super Bowl? No. If I'm being honest, it's because I just want Josh Allen to be one of those quarterbacks who is great but never makes it to the Super Bowl. I don't know why I want that title for Josh Allen. I just do. But would I be mad if he gets the Super Bowl? No, not George Pickens, not Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I would be happy for him because he has worked hard in his career, right? I just want him to be one of those that is great but never makes it to a Super Bowl. Ezekiel is on the practice squad for the Rams. Who, man? He retired. He wasn't. There ain't no way he's on the practice squad. I thought he announced his retirement. Let me play this video, y'all.
Devontae Williams be able to do something last year. He put up, 1,300, 1,200 yards behind that offensive line. If that offensive line stays healthy, I think it could be a peak type year. The problem is going to be come playoff time. And I hate, honestly, this is the one problem that I do have with the quote. Don't talk to Quentin Williams about, I can take you to the playoffs whenever we reach that point. Now I need you to help me win it.
I need you to help me win it.
Quentin should be like, I need you to show up like you do in the regular season come playoff time.
He can't say that. He can't say that.
I know that because he's never been in the playoffs before.
He's on the practice squad for the Chargers. Wait, this was back in 2025. Hold on. No. It said he signed with the Chargers in January 2025 after being released by the Cowboys. So I guess I'm gonna ask. Hold on, AI. Is he currently there? This is news to me. Holy cow, he remains on the practice squad for the Chargers. What the heck is going on? I was just not thinking that would be possible. I'm not mad that Ezekiel, let me say this. I'm not mad that Ezekiel Elliott is getting a shot, right? I think he's earned that in his career because he definitely wasn't going nowhere with the Cowboys. I'm just going to tell you that. So I think if anybody deserves having a chance at possibly making a Super Bowl, it would be him. But he's not no RB1, in my opinion. Unless something's changed with him, he would have had to have done some serious... I'm assuming he's done some serious training, right? He's probably, like, you have to be in great shape to even make it to a practice squad. So I'm assuming he's doing what he needs to do to have somewhat success. But is he at the same level as Derrick Henry? No. Philly Tide, the storms that passed Uchels is finally in Charlotte. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that you're in Charlotte. Well, it said that thunderstorms were supposed to be going on. Okay, it changed. Thank goodness, because it was showing thunderstorms all day. But now it changed. But yeah, my bad, Philly Tide. Yeah, those storms though, they were crazy. I didn't think this vibe would work.
But my point is, dude, Dak, I just need you to be that same player you are in the regular season in the playoffs.
But could it
just
be,
show me more of that?
Could it be with Dak that, like, he does very well in the regular season, but when you get to the playoffs, it's the best of the best.
Yeah.
So could it be that when he's going against the best of the best, it's just not the Dak we see in the regular season because the competition is a little steeper?
See, it'd be different
put that solely on Dak, y'all. This is not just a Dak problem. It's the defense. Like I've said, we consistently had issues with the defense. It's also the run game, your offensive weapons like CeeDee Lamb dropping passes when you need them. It's things like that that bite Dallas in the rear. And I just don't like how we solely put this on Dak Prescott because it's not just him.
It was a situation of like, hey, defensively, they're just like they're self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Yes, Pooh Man. That's exactly how I want it for Josh Allen. Dan Marino 2.0. I mean, that's bad. That's mean of me, I guess, but it is what it is. It's just how I feel about it.
Over and over again. Dak Prescott's throwing interceptions. He's turning the ball over. The offense is completely stalling. He's putting us.
Not all of this is on Dak Prescott because sometimes you have those crazy situations where the ball ricochets out of a wide receiver's hands and then goes into the hands of a CB, right? So there's like these wild situations that happen that's out of Dak's control. It doesn't mean that it's all on him.
Out of games that we had no business being out of. Green Bay comes to mind. Also, San Francisco comes to mind. Everybody else.
We had no business. We had no business even making it as far as we did, in my opinion. Because the run game wasn't it. Again, the defense, consistent issues with the defense. How do you expect to win with no defense? I knew we weren't going to get far because we had no defense. It's not rocket science. When you consistently have those issues, it's going to pop up when it comes playoff time. And that's what happened against the 49ers. That's what happened against Green Bay. Green Bay, we got stomped on. Couldn't stop the run, similar to how it was with 49ers too. But 49ers was a little bit more close. But again, horrible.
On the field is doing their job, but Dak Prescott's not capable of hitting the side of a barn.
Fran game was
it was bad. It was bad. And look, I want to sit here and defend Dak Prescott so much, and I do believe that he can turn it around. I think he has a solid enough setup now around him to be able to go on that run. But it is a prove it year for him. It is.
I think he's a little bit foolish. Putting that all on Dak is just foolish to me. But I do agree with him. I don't know if it's even a prove it year for him. I don't know what you would even call it. I just think this is it for Dak. If I'm being honest, I don't see how Dallas stays with Dak because he's older. That's the main thing to me. If they keep him in, it's to bring a veteran present to a younger quarterback. I don't know. I think if they could get someone in a trade, like a Joe Burrow, I don't know. I just think this is probably it for Dak. Age, and then you factor in just never making it to a Super Bowl, which I don't put that all on Dak again. It's just, it has more to do with the pieces that Jerry Jones gets. And you can never have a decent, well, I won't say decent, but you can never have one of the top amazing coaches, because who wants to put up with what Jerry Jones does with his control and his involvement? Who wants to put up with that as a head coach? I don't know.
If Dak Prescott can't lead this team to the playoffs, we're going to have to be looking for a new quarterback.
Oh, they can go. So just getting to the playoffs is fine, even though they get to the playoffs, they go one and done. You can't just lead us to the playoffs.
With us missing it the last 2 years and the Eagles having the roster that they do, obviously it's not, I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed thing that we should win our division. We should be a playoff team.
I'm trying to bring awareness. Like, I know, trust me, I know that the QB position is the most looked at, the most focused on, because that's who the ball runs through, right? Like, every little decision goes through the quarterback when on offense. Granted, you need a good defense too, right? There has to be a balance. So I get that. I get why it's looked at that. I just want to bring awareness that there's a lot of things that come into play with the quarterback position that's out of a quarterback's control. It doesn't mean that they're a bad quarterback, but people are going to take it there if you make comments like these guys do. And that's what I just don't like about it. I don't like the misconception. What is up, Tiara? Good to see you in the building. Happy Monday to you.
This roster should be a playoff team.
The Cowboys have a really good roster now. I don't know about the secondary, but everything else, they're top 7 at every other position. Every other position. And if it wouldn't, it would be maybe not quarterback, maybe not running back, but O-line, yes. Receivers, yes.
And production,
D-line,
we're going to be up
yes.
there. Yeah, exactly. Offensively, there's nothing offensively that should be holding this team back from being elite.
I just told y'all. You got issue with offensive tackle. There's one offensive tackle position in question. Wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb. Like Dallas Cowboys, and I just recently seen them marketing CeeDee Lamb. That is my biggest issue. The way they market CeeDee Lamb to make Dallas fans believe that CeeDee Lamb is the best wide receiver is insane to me. And they believe it. The fans believe it because it's what they're being fed. But they don't do their investigative work. They don't look at, like, what I looked at. I'm like, is he really the best? Because I'm seeing how he performs, and I'm like, this is not showing somebody who is the best wide receiver. Because I looked at George Pickens, and I'm like, well, CeeDee Lamb's getting outperformed by George Pickens. So how can CeeDee Lamb be the best wide receiver? And I looked into it. Y'all, that's when I found out he leads the league in most drop passes. And like I said, you know, that doesn't always mean everything. That's not an end-all be-all for a wide receiver. You can have drop passes but still put up high yards and have amazing touchdowns, right? But sometimes it's costly in games when you're dropping passes when it's needed. And that's what CeeDee Lamb would do. And he's regressed. Like, since 2022, 2023, he's regressed. His receiving yards have went down. He only had, like I said, a little over 1,000. Only 3 touchdowns, y'all. He had 3 touchdowns. And you want to tell me that CeeDee Lamb is the best wide receiver? How? a little over 1,000 yards, only 3 touchdowns, and 8 drop passes. And they're still trying to market CeeDee Lamb as the best versus George Pickens with having over 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns, and only like 3 drop passes. Tell me how CeeDee Lamb's the best. I really don't get it. And before people even make the excuse, because let me tell you, that's the one thing that I got talked to the most by some Dallas fans is, well, he missed 3 games. He missed 3 games early on in the season. I'm not dealing with that excuse. I'm not making excuses for that. That was 3 games early on in the season. He had plenty of time to clean up his act, and he didn't. So I don't know. I have questions with the wide receiver position with CeeDee Lamb. I have questions with the tight end position, and I have questions with offensive tackle. And then I definitely have a big question mark on the defense because it's a whole new defense. Like, you basically rebuilt your roster, and then you factor in it's a new defensive coordinator. It's like, there's just too many questions for me to go ahead and say that they're a top team. There's my little rant.
It should be a top 3 offense in the league. It was a top 2 offense in the league last year. So to me, have it just
to think that was a top. How productive Dallas was, considering how inconsistent CeeDee Lamb was. It's insane to me. And that's why I said Pickens was highly relied on.
like you said about your Bengals, give me mediocre on the defensive side of the ball, and we should be a contender.
Give me 13 to 21, 22.
I don't want to go 21, 22. This Cowboys team's going to need 18, 17 or better on the defensive side of the ball. Be middle of the pack or better defensively. And I think this is a team that can lead to the promised land.
But here's the thing, Kieran. The only reason the Cowboys have ever fallen short in the playoffs is because Dak isn't bad. He's atrocious. You know this. Green Bay.
Oh, man. He's going to tick me off, y'all.
Packers recently, he was atrocious. San Francisco 49ers in the Bay, he was atrocious. San Francisco at home, he was bad. I don't actually, I would rather you tell me, hey, defense, I would rather you tell me Kieran Dak won't throw a pick in the playoffs than defense be top 15.
What can Dak do? If CeeDee Lamb's butterfingers and he lets the ball slip out and a defender comes up and grabs it and takes it to the house, how is that a reflection on Dak? That's not Dak. That's CeeDee Lamb's fault.
Defense,
if that defense is not top 15, I don't know if we make the playoffs. That's the problem.
Understood.
That's the problem. And also, I'll go back to his very first playoff game. And I know it's his very first playoff game. It's his rookie year. But that was the best team around Dak that we've seen. It was. Now, the 12-4 team, okay, sorry, second best. But even then, we didn't have the run game that Dak had that rookie season with Ezekiel Elliott going off for, I don't even know, 1,600, 1,700 yards his rookie year. That team around him, he went out there and he was able to perform. Our defense completely gave it up to Aaron Rodgers late in that game. And you had miraculous plays made by him. A 3rd and 20 completion to Jared Cook that got him in field goal range, and Mason Crosby just delivers on a 52-yard field goal. I just think this Cowboys team now is set up to win now. And you can do it now if your quarterback can go out there and give you another, like you said, TJ, a 4,900-yard season.
Give me 4. I got to see something before I'm even making claims like this. I'm not on here making claims like this. I have questions. I see something that makes me question it. So to just go ahead and say, hey, like they have a roster that can make it, it's like, how do you know that? How do you know this until you see them perform?
135 plus touchdowns, and I think I'm going to start believing again. Now.
Oh, man, he said, I think I'm going to start believing again. Man, you a fool. You a fool. I say I believe it when I see it. I don't say things like that. This is why I don't say things like that. I believe it when I see it. And like until I see something that shows me otherwise, why would I say something like that? Go based off their performance. And I've even said this. Even if Dallas makes it to a Super Bowl and wins, I still might not believe it. Because it's just like, I mean, with how many years this has been going on, My whole life. Like, this has been going on my whole life. Oh, man.
In the playoffs, though, like you said, Acho, if we're a playoff team, hell yeah. Tell me that Dak is not going to throw an interception before you tell me that my defense had solid games.
Correct.
Because I've seen my defense have solid games with Dak Prescott, and I've seen us lose those. So I don't know. I just think it's going to be really tough moving forward with Dak Prescott to have faith in this. I don't know, in his playoff performances.
Look,
I don't put that solely on Dak. Y'all, this is how I feel about it when it comes to Speakeasy. Let's see. Where's it at?
You dum-dums.
You dum-dums, for real.
No, your name Dum-Dum. Oh, you in trouble, Dum-Dum. You better run.
Alright, that's how I feel about that. But let's go to my predictions, y'all, for the quarterbacks and who would win MVP based off of the current, rosters, all of that, right? All those factors. I gotta switch my screens here so I can see this. So, we were talking about Josh Allen earlier, ironically, but I did put Josh Allen number 1. I think he has the best chance at winning MVP. I put Lamar Jackson 2nd, Joe Burrow 3rd, Patrick Mahomes 4th, Justin Herbert 5th, Jaden Daniels 6th. Honestly, I would like to put Jaden Daniels above Justin Herbert, but this is just based off like the overall of the early predictions and odds. Then you have 7th, Jalen Hurts, 8th, Caleb Williams, 9th, Jordan Love, 10th, Drake May, 11th, Brock Purdy, 12th, Dak Prescott. I think it's a 3% chance. I also put a little disclaimer on this chart. But here's the rest of it. So then I have Trevor Lawrence, 3%, CJ Stroud, 3%. Honestly, I feel like CJ Stroud I should move up. And I definitely should move up Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford just won it. So this is why Matthew Stafford is last. Matthew Stafford just won the MVP. So that's why I put him last. I gave him the 2% chance. But, and then there's obviously a remainder with this, but let me see. This list, I put the little disclaimer right here. This is based on the team outlook, quarterback performance, the supporting cast, like who's on the team, who's the coaches, and the historical MVP voting trends. This is what this list is based off. So you got to keep this in mind when it comes to this list. It's based off of the team outlook, the quarterback performance, the supporting cast, and the historical MVP voting trends. And I should have added, I didn't add this, but I would add, it's also based off of performance, like how these quarterbacks performed. No, I put that. I did put that. I thought I missed it, but no, I did put quarterback performance. It is based off of quarterbacks, the history of a quarterback's performance. So this is why this list is the way it is. And again, I put Matthew Stafford last just because of the fact that he just won the MVP. So that's the only reason why I put him last. Even though the Rams, for early predictions, the Rams are listed number 1 to go to a Super Bowl. They have the best odds right now. But that's, again, early prediction odds. Oh, yeah. And I also put, y'all know I say, like, it's early in the season, early season predictions, and this is subject to change. So I always like to throw that in there. This list is subject to change, y'all. It's just fun. It's just early predictions. And I went based off of, again, the team outlook, quarterback performance, the supporting cast, and the historical MVP voting trends. That's what I drew my conclusions on. Why is Drake 10? I mean, like I said, it's just based off of his performance last season. It's based off his performance last season, based off of his supporting cast, like his teammates, the coaching, all of that. It's based off of, let's see. I think those are the main things. Those are the main things that I will say. I feel like there was a third thing, but I lost my train of thought. Maybe it'll come to me. But the two main things is just the success they had the past season, even though I don't necessarily agree with it. But they do have them pretty high up for their odds to win. And it's based off of that. It's based off of his performance. So he was better than the top 3. So you think, okay, Clutch Sports, do you think he should be higher on the list? I know that you're a little bit biased, okay? You're a little bit biased here because I know that you are a Patriots fan.
That's just me.
All
Now,
I
maybe
know
I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
I know you're a little bit biased because it is your Patriots, but again, this is just based off of like the historical trends of how they vote in the MVP, and then the quarterback's performance, the team as a whole, all of that. So this is why Drake May is 10th. NFL Super Bowl predictions rarely, okay, I thought you said really, but no, you said rarely pan out. Yeah, I don't think the Rams are going to be as good as people think. Yeah, and that's the thing, Pooh Man, this is why I always like to preference with, this is just based off of early predictions. This is subject to change. Nobody thinks, even with the early predictions, right? The early predictions that the Rams are probably going to go to the Super Bowl, even that is just for fun. No one thinks it's a done deal. The Rams are going to a Super Bowl. No one thinks that. They're just making their judgment based off of like how they drafted, who's the coach, who's on the team, and that's what makes them draw their conclusions of early predictions for the Rams, right? But I don't think no one thinks like, it's a done guaranteed deal. Rams are, clock it, Rams are going to a Super Bowl. No one, I mean, there's probably somebody that's delusional and thinks that, but me personally, obviously, I don't think that. Yeah, you got jokes. I do. I got good jokes. Thank you for noticing my jokes. Okay, but anyways, let's go back through the list again. Because I want to just talk about Dak Prescott. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Based off of the trends, y'all, no quarterback has ever won MVP for the Dallas Cowboys. That's crazy to think about. Do I think Dak could be the first? I would love that for Dak Prescott. But how likely is that? I just don't see that being very likely. I think this is his last chance to get it. It's sad to think about for Dak, but it is what it is. Hell, we got a chance to repeat. I disagree with that. No offense, but I do not want the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'm so tired of the Patriots. After all this A.J. Brown mess, the Mike Vrabel scandal, after all the scandals the Patriots have been having, I don't want to hear from them. I don't want to hear nothing from them. And I'm not usually like that, y'all. I'm not. The only person I can think of that I would want to see do well is probably Drake May. He seems like a great guy. I want him to have success, have an influence on the team, because I think he's around a bunch of corrupt people. I don't know what it is about the New England Patriots, but they tend to corrupt. I don't know how Tom Brady made it out. I don't know how Tom Brady made it because of all the scandals that he dealt with when he was on the team. I just don't know how Tom Brady did it, but shout out to them. 6 rings, looking for 7. I mean, it's very difficult to repeat. It's very difficult to go back, and I just don't know if that can happen. I don't know how much the NFL would want that. I don't know. Because you've already seen it with the Chiefs and the Eagles. So I don't know if they're wanting to see that again. I don't know if they're going to want the Patriots to be back there. From a business standpoint. I just don't see it. Especially after the scandal with Ray Ball. I just don't think that's a good look. He won the MVP or Coach of the Year. My bad. Like the scandal with Ray Ball, he won Coach of the Year. He then had the scandal with Diana Rossini. Diana Rossini has a vote in the Coach of the Year. I don't know. I don't know how they would want the Patriots to be at a Super Bowl after all of that. I mean, you got to think it's a business. It's a business. Clutch Sports. It's a business. From a business standpoint, it's not a good look. Do you really think, like, let's be realistic, do you really think they want to have the Patriots win a Super Bowl after their head coach had a scandal, after you had issues with Diggs, and then you bring in A.J. Brown, who just had scandals of his own, and then you also had, like, I can't remember, was it the general manager? I don't know. So scandals with that, just scandals everywhere. There's so many scandals, you just can't keep up with it with the Patriots, right? Do you really want that being the face of the Super Bowl win? I just don't think from a business standpoint, that's what the NFL is going to want. I will be looking at the refs, how they referee games. I mean, it's just I'm gonna be looking at it. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it. The only person that I think they would want it for is Drake May. Drake May is the only thing that, might give me hope for them. And that's a small little margin of hope. Come on, Chelsea, we have been there before, and this is nothing that can't stop competition. Like, I'm not saying it can't stop them. I'm just saying you got to be realistic. Like, that's a very difficult, thing to achieve. It's very difficult to make it back to a Super Bowl. So, I don't know. I don't know what will happen. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, this was the chart that I had, and I don't know. It's like 7:29. I haven't ate dinner, y'all, and I've had a headache. I want to play this Mendoza one, though.
Welcome back, man.
You guys have me on again.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the
Are you a
first time.
WWE fan? Or no?
You know, I'm more of a UFC guy.
Thank you.
okay.
Wow. Oh yeah, you like the real. You like the real stuff there.
Yeah,
I think that you might be able to get some good seats here in Vegas. I just have a hunch that we can get you some good seats.
Fingers crossed.
It's great to see you in the silver and black. This is awesome.
Thank you.
This is the first time I've seen you in silver and black.
Yeah, it's surreal, and to be able to be here in the silver and black and have that actual uniform on.
Yeah, you did it before Clutch Sports, but who did you do that with? Who did you do that with? It was with Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. That was a whole different team. That's a whole different scenario. Like, you're looking at a whole different coaching system, and he just came off of having these scandals going on. Then you have the A.J. Brown situation. He's still talking about the Eagles. It's like there's just a lot of factors. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm just saying, you got to be realistic. You got to look at all of it. You got to look at all the little things, all the little details.
It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity that I look forward to taking the most advantage of it.
Do you feel a little tougher, like a little darker, just a little on the dark side? Because you seem like a pretty good guy, but like a little edgier now.
Yeah, but now we're on the dark side. Coach Kubiak's doing a great job educating us on team history. And I get a lot of team history. It's like, okay, this is what I'm a part of.
There you go.
What a special organization.
That's what people don't understand.
I bet he's getting ready to get into it. But this is something that people don't think about. Whenever you are a part of a team, whenever you join a team as a rookie, they quiz you on history. They want you to know the business. They want you to know the team history. They want you to be able to answer these questions. So they make sure they, educate you on it and test you on it. Because they want you to be able to make educated comments about their team in front of the media.
Yeah, and
Right.
so be a part of the dark side. It's great,
Yeah. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah,
Like
I know
when
that
you
they're
get
not
here.
new to it. I know that they're not new to scandals. That's what I talked about. Like I talked about all the scandals that they've went through. I mean, I didn't get into the Hernandez situation, but they've always been a part of scandals. But it was a lot more closed off than what it is now. I'll say that. Like now it's just like every little thing flies, and when you have, I don't know, there's just a lot of things that I'm looking at. Like, and it's not just that, right? It's not just the off the field things that are a factor. It's can his offensive line be better?
It's not just the books and the plays. It's like the history.
Yeah.
You got to know who played quarterback before you,
Oh, no,
who's
for
a
sure.
receiver, all that stuff. So talk to me now. Who's your guy that you didn't know when you got here as far as alumni who you're like, wow, I didn't know that guy had this kind of impact with the silver and black?
Oof. I mean, there's so many.
You're right.
I mean, there's so many, but and especially that I've researched.
Yeah.
I mean, especially at the quarterback position, but some. I mean, I always knew Jerry Rice played for the Raiders, but I didn't realize the impact he actually had.
Right, yeah.
With the Raiders.
Yes.
And and to see that and to see so many other greats come through the building is special.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know, I was laughing because when I came from the Packers and I put that Raiders uniform on, I said, I'm going to kill everybody. I just felt different in the silver and black. I just felt different. So it's funny she said that. Do you feel different? I felt different. Like, man, it's on. Any team by myself, right? All right, now, no. Hey, you got a couple practices under your belt. Last time we talked to you, we was up there, in suits
studio.
and ties and dresses and all that type stuff. Now no white stripes on the football.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
That NFL ball. And you got some reps in. How you feel, man?
Feel good, learning and growing every single day. Adjustment to the NFL, it's definitely an adjustment. There's been a lot of great moments, and there's been a lot of growing pains. So I think being a part of that and to be able to practice with those guys, such a high-intensity practice, whether you're with the ones, the twos, or the threes, everyone's always going full throttle. Coach Kubiak has set a great culture, and be able to learn from those veteran guys has been essential in my development so far. However, I've been growing, I've been learning, I've been really happy with the progress I've made.
There it is.
Forget about football. I know that you went over to Max Crosby's house, right? To watch
I did,
Game 7. And I heard you played a game of horse.
Uh-oh.
Now, did you get knocked out by Max?
Well, yeah, I definitely I got horsed out. I got horsed out by Max. Max is, he's an incredible athlete. He is like top tier. And although I like to think of myself as an incredible athlete,
I would like to see that game of horse.
he's a lot better at basketball than I am. But the competitor inside me didn't want to let that go. And so the competitor inside me saying he did have a little bit of home court advantage. Literally, literally at his home. No, but he's a fantastic basketball player. And it was tough to get knocked out by Max, but had to get a rematch soon.
You had to play basketball at some point, being 6'5", right?
Yeah, I did.
In your childhood?
Yeah, my high school they were like one of the top ranked basketball high schools because they have the Boozer brothers. And so you actually weren't allowed to play football and basketball. The seasons kind of overlapped.
Right.
But I love basketball. It's good to watch. Good to watch.
So now all you got to do, though, is very simple. Get a coach, which is me, because I know I'm flicking the wrist and my jump shot is like that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Number
Don't
two,
do it.
when you build your mansion, put your court in there. Get your home court.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, first I'm focused on football. So.
Quarterback. I didn't realize. I knew he was tall, but I didn't realize Mendoza was that tall.
Football's first.
There it is.
That's
There it
right.
is.
Talk to us a little bit about what it's like being in the meeting rooms with Kirk. What has he helped you with? What have you helped him with? Those kind of things.
No, he's definitely helping me a lot. He's extremely cerebral, and he's been in this offense before, so he's already have a little bit of an upper hand in a sense where he's been able to teach the other quarterbacks and have experience with the plays, not just in practice, not just in scrimmages, but in actual games. He sees how these plays have played out. He's had experience with Coach Kubiak, which has been so interesting to see.
The biggest thing
and I've been able
Kirk can give him is how to read the defense with these plays. Like what move, what's best, like what moves, what calls, all of that is best against the different defenses that he's going to go up against.
Learn firsthand and secondhand, whether it's my own experiences, whether it's asking Kirk questions, or just observing the room.
Right.
Is there any similarities to Clint's offense compared to the offense you came from in Indiana?
Well, I think every offense has similar, because football is football at the end of the day. Like, it can't be that much different to have an effective offense. But the schematics of it, it's different. There's a lot more under center variables that I've been learning, getting a lot of extra reps in, and I feel a lot more comfortable under center. But it's a great offense. I really believe in Coach Kubiak's offense.
Tom Brady, he showed up at OTAs, and if there was one thing, I'm sure he said a lot of things to you and given you a lot of advice, but if there was one thing that you would pass on to a younger quarterback, what would it be that Tom has said to you?
Yeah. No, I usually like to keep the conversation between Tom and I private, but I do think
a philosophy.
Yeah,
that
no,
you've
for
learned,
sure.
or approach.
I think that what he said is, as a quarterback, you need to be the most everything. You need to be the most competitive. You need to be the most leader. Like, you need to have the most leadership.
Smart. That's smart of Mendoza to keep some things close to the vest. He did reveal a little bit of information, which this is something that we've heard Tom Brady speak about. Like, he gives speeches on this. Like, you need to be the best. Like, you need to be the best at what you're doing. You're not going to be the best at everything, but when it comes to one focal talent you want to focus on, like, for example, me with streaming, right? If I want to be the best at streaming, I have to educate myself. I have to know, like, every little thing I need to know to be better, to improve.
Be the toughest, mentally and physically. And you got to embody all these things and lead by example before gaining that equity and respect by your teammates in order to lead effectively. And so that really resonated with me and the other quarterbacks.
Yeah. Take me through the clip that I always see about, you're in the pocket, you're trying to, figure out kind of what's going on. You take off and run, you dive in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great play. Take me through that. How did you process that play, and what eventually led you to take that chance to dive in the end zone?
Well, going back from the week of preparation, it all starts with preparation. So you can feel free, prepared, and confident whenever you get any play call. So always try to walk through all the plays, have a plan in action, have, what's the intent of the play, what are the different scenarios, and what's the problem of this play.
Right.
And with that specific play, it was a little bit of a mixed read. The defense was jumbled up. They didn't think we would actually go for it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I knew that the default of the play was to run. And so with a little bit of a cloudy look, I decided to run, trust my offensive lineman, went up the hole. Thought I was actually went the wrong way. So it's like when you take a wrong turn on Google Maps. Yeah. And then I got pinballed in, and I just got, my body just naturally dove, and it was crazy.
That's awesome.
Fernando, I know we only have a little bit of time with you. We do have a game that we want to play. I know you're getting to know your teammates, but we want to see if you can recognize them in their boyhood. Okay?
Awesome.
So which teammate is this?
That's Ashton Genty.
That is correct. That is Ashton Genty. There you go. Look at him. It's short hair. Okay, let's see another one.
Tyler.
These are easy. He looks.
Damn,
he was a man.
He has a
at
gray head of
11.
hair there.
Yeah, I know.
That is awesome.
Yeah, what was he, 10 there? He was like 6
Look
foot 20.
identical.
Yeah, okay, let's do another one.
Oh
Who's
my
this?
goodness.
Trey
easy.
Tucker.
Tucker. Very
Still wearing
good.
number 1.
That's a nice photo right there. That's like a good little
Where my dog
personality
Trey
shot.
at, man? He look
A
bigger.
little bit younger.
Can't even see that far.
Can't really see that far, to be honest.
That's Max.
Really?
No, that is not.
That is Max. I'm going to say that.
What?
With the red hair. And he has
Oh,
red
yeah,
hair.
Max.
Come
Wow.
on, come on.
It's a little
I
tough because
mean-
his face down. eyes, you know.
Y'all look, y'all.
That's
Y'all
cheating
questioning
right
me
there.
now. That's
That one.
easy too.
That's Eric.
Yep.
Sure.
Eric Stokes. There we
Yeah.
go. All right.
Oh, but you can definitely tell from, yeah.
We could go
That's
forever.
awesome.
So you already know your teammates,
Yeah, good
man.
job. Good job,
Learning.
man.
Fernando, I know it has been a lot for you. I know
All
this.
right, there we go.
It's been a lot.
So shout out to Pooh Man for sending me that one. Y'all, I'm tired. I've been on here for a while. Let me see if CDT Beats is going to go live. Let's see. Hey, yeah. CDT Beats got a live scheduled. So that is where I will be at 8 o'clock. CDT Beats will be live. So y'all know the drill with that. Let's close out with a motivational video.
Listen, respectfully, keep that fake energy far away from me, because I'm not interested in forced conversations. I'm not interested in fake support or people who only show up when it benefits them. I've learned that some people miss access to you, not the actual connection. They miss having a front row seat to your life, but they were never truly rooting for you in the first place. And the older I get, the more I realize that I'd rather have a few genuine people around me than a crowd full of people who are pretending. Because real people don't have to convince you that they're real, because their actions do that for them. So if your loyalty changes with the situation, your respect depends on who's watching, or your support only shows up when it's convenient, do me a favor. Keep that energy right to yourself.
Keep that energy right to yourself. Like, if you really don't want to see me win, if you really don't want to support me, if you really don't like me, don't be here. Don't waste your time. There's more productive things you can do with your time than give fake support to somebody you really don't like. So there's that. Alright, hopefully that motivated y'all like it did me, and like I said, that's gonna be it. I have more stuff to cover. There's still a Tua Tagovailoa video that I want to go over. There's still the one with Patrick Surtain. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I would like to go live a little bit earlier and just knock those videos out. We'll see what happens though. But I will catch you in the next one, Touchdown Tribe. Remember, CDT Beats, my music producer for the show, he will be live at 8 o'clock. So make sure y'all go over there and check his channel out and support him. And I will catch you here in the next one, Touchdown Tribe. Bye, guys.